Guys, we have a huge announcement. I am starting my very first podcast. I've never been on a podcast before, so I decided, why not start my own podcast? So that's what I did. This is the G3 podcast. It's called G3 because there are really multiple reasons, but we'll get into that later. A big thing is that I'm not going to be sitting on this couch with a microphone by myself. I'm going to have two co-hosts with me, and you guys will get to meet them. I think you guys are really going to be excited for who they are. You've been wanting to meet them for a while. I really want this podcast to be really chill, comfortable. I want the guests to feel comfortable. I want it to be more of a conversation more than anything. I really don't want to have a bunch of questions firing. I just want it to be a chill, relaxed conversation. We're going to talk about golf, non-golf, the guest, just whatever is kind of going on. We're just going to be rolling and see what happens. And I think that's what's going to be great about it. I've never done anything like this before. So here we go. This is the G3 podcast. I'm going to introduce to you guys some of the most special people, to me at least. These people have been extremely influential in starting my YouTube, getting this YouTube off the ground. I could not have done it without their help. It's really a testament to them, and they've really done a lot to make this YouTube thing happen, and Instagram and Facebook and all that other stuff, but really YouTube, they've been influential. And so these two people, they mean a lot to me. I'm going to show you, this is Davis Bennett.
What is up? Thank you. I'm in the same category as your father.
And that's my dad, who you guys have been wanting to see for a really long time. So this is my dad.
How come you didn't introduce me first?
Yeah.
How come Davis was the first?
I don't know.
I'm joking.
That is
well,
kind of.
okay, so that's
Davis deserves to be first.
No,
He
no.
is
absolutely
He is Davis
Well,
the first.
exactly. That's
Well,
what we
honestly-
call him, Davis the First.
Yeah, but I feel honored just to be in the same mention as your dad because he's done way more than me. You know that.
Okay, maybe
Different type of support.
Yeah, in my
Yeah,
life,
yeah.
yes. But I don't know. They're both
Yeah, I mean it's different. Like
Different.
when me and you started working together, and like we'll get into that like a little bit later, but it was strictly like the social media side of things.
Right.
It's a whole different world when it talks about when you talk about like funding everything and then literally working every single day.
Right.
Like to make it happen.
But I think the difference was at first when we first met you was our relationship was just strictly social media, and now you've become part of the family.
Yeah.
So I think it's like
exactly.
now it's like you are kind of in the same mention as my dad. To that kind of aspect, you are part of the family. So
Yeah.
we do really, really think.
And now we have a podcast.
Yeah, now we have a podcast.
Your suggestion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
And
Davis's suggestion.
I mean-
It was Davis's suggestion, actually.
Yeah.
Well, you've been saying to do that for a while. We've been thinking about it for a little while. But
yeah, I mean, it was crazy. Like, we literally just set all this up. Like literally.
In under a week. I think it might have been 4 days.
Yeah, we kind of talked about it. Your dad,
Wait,
told
what
your
day?
dad
What day did you come in? You were like, I think you guys should have a podcast. When that was like.
Was that
literally
Tuesday?
It was like,
No, because we ordered all this stuff on Sunday night.
Yeah.
So it was literally Friday. You came over and you were like, "You guys really need to have a podcast."
Holy
and
cow.
So it wasn't even a week ago.
it was literally
4
under
it
a
was
week.
5 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's insane.
it really is.
But it's crazy. Like, the three of us are the kind of people that if we do something, we will do it not in a quick way, but we'll just have it done.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll have it done to the best of our ability, like right away.
Yeah.
And so I think that's why that's.
Yeah, and especially you guys. It's like, I'm obviously, and we'll get into it later.
You could have
but
suggested anything on Friday. Like, I think I should probably get a new car. I think I need a new car. And by Thursday, you'd have a new car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, what day is it today? It's Wednesday.
Today's
I thought
Wednesday.
it was Tuesday. Okay, so
Today's
5,
Wednesday.
6 days ago.
That's how much the past few days have been a blur.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
true. It's
And the
been
past
crazy.
5 hours because we've been setting this whole thing up.
Yeah, think
Like-
about it. Nobody realizes how long a podcast takes to set up.
Oh, it's gnarly. Like, and this is my first time, I told you it's my first time ever setting up a podcast.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's great because, like, I get here and I told Ron, like, 4 or 5 days ago, like, everything, like, you need to order, and I literally get here or he sends me a video when I'm at work and there's like stacks of boxes everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, for me, it's like, I'm like a kid in a candy store. Like, I love that.
Yeah, but
and then I got here, I'm like, wow. And it's like 5
Yeah.
hours later, I'm still having audio problems.
And not to mention, by the way, he came in here. My brother and I were filming a reel outside, and there's all these boxes, and you were like, "Whoa!" And then you went outside, and you're like, and we spent an hour and a half just getting that reel.
Yeah.
And then we came in and did this for 5
But
hours.
as he's ordering, I said, "All right, Davis, order whatever we need." So every time I looked over to Davis at the table, and he's like on the computer ordering, he gives me this look like, "Yeah, it's gonna be." I thought it was
kept
gonna
getting
be
a
this.
little worse.
Yeah, it's like so. Kid in the candy shop, yes.
Yes.
Davis loves ordering and playing with these gadgets.
Yeah.
But as he's ordering, the price is going up and up and up, and he looks over at me like, "Yeah, it's gonna be more than I thought."
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm doing my best here, bro. Like,
Well, we know that, of course, but nobody realizes how much you have to have in order
yeah,
to do
it's
podcast.
crazy. I mean, I knew what we needed, but then
Right.
like just getting here, setting it up,
Right.
like
You know what you needed, or you know what you wanted.
I know what I needed. Because fortunately, there's nothing that you ordered that we're not using,
Right.
That's true.
except two things.
Except for that mic over there. When the guest comes, that'll be the mic.
Do
right there.
all podcasts have like this setup that we have, or
I think,
is this
yeah,
is this like an entry level podcast setup?
I mean, to
or
be
is this
fair, we
like
have
a
4 cameras going
mid-level,
right now.
high level?
I would say, and honestly, you guys tell us what you think. Like, does it look good? Does it sound good? I think, in my opinion, this would be a considered a really good podcast, like a mid level, but like that still costs a lot of money to do.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, when you're talking about high end podcasts, and really that's not even like, I'd say Joe Rogan's not really like a high end
Yeah, I feel like-
podcast, but
Yeah.
Nelk
Yeah.
has a high end podcast.
Right.
I know they're running I think they're running like FX30s, and you know, like they have like $4,000 or $10,000 cameras, and
Really?
like, yeah,
And they have multiple guys in there, so there's multiple cameras.
I
If
think
we're
I
in
think
the
they have
same
just an audio
conversation-
guy.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
we're in the same conversation as Joe Rogan and the Nell podcast, I think we're on a good start.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Also, if you hear that scream upstairs, that's my dad. That's my brother. We are actually in my house right now.
yeah. Well, that's another thing. It's like they completely
This is the dining room.
yes.
Actually,
This
yeah,
is the
it's
dining room. So when people come in, they see this podcast room instead of a dining room.
I like that.
Yeah.
I love.
Yeah.
That
Like
stuff
I
for
said,
me
it's
is
like
amazing.
the Seinfeld episode where Kramer finds
Yeah.
the Merv Griffin stuff in the dumpster
Yeah.
and sets up the show. It's like everybody who comes in the house is going to be on the podcast.
Yeah,
I love it.
We should put up a clip of that because that is funny.
I know, we
Yeah,
should.
yeah.
Because no one will know except for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I actually had
Or
heard
my
of it.
parents.
I had heard of it. He didn't know. I had heard of it.
Old reference.
Yeah.
Reference.
So, to introduce you guys, because I want to give a little bit of background. So, my dad, his real name is Ron. He's, it's so weird to call you that.
Mikey, my son calls me that every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ron, what are you doing, Ron?
I call my dad Daddy and my mom Mommy. If you've seen the mom video, like that's just
Yeah.
what I do. I've been doing that forever.
And then my youngest, your younger brother, Michael, who you guys have seen,
Calls-
just references his mom and dad, Ron and Stephanie. So,
It's very respectful.
yeah.
It's just
He's got a
great.
lot of respect.
Yeah.
I think a lot of kids
He's
do
12
that now.
going on 20.
He has
Yeah,
more
yeah.
respect for Davis than he does us.
Oh, he's obsessed
Oh,
with
He
you.
loves Davis.
He's obsessed with you. He's
love
like,
that.
he loves you.
Well, he was actually good help when we were setting up the podcast. He was doing like a really good
I've
job. He was
never
out here
seen him
like
help with
managing
anything.
cables and everything.
Oh yeah.
He loves you,
He does
Davis.
it for you.
He
I
loves
do.
He loves Davis.
He does.
He does.
So
honored.
my
can
dad
I
has
say?
helped me so much with the YouTube and everything, as much as he can. He does actually have a real job as well. He does a great job. He's honestly
Oh,
the best.
yeah.
And also the person who's helped me in golf since I was 2 years old. So he's just
True.
absolutely incredible. He's my coach. Like I don't have a coach. I've had a billion coaches, but he's my coach now. Like he's really the guy behind it all. He does an amazing job. And so Davis, so why don't you give a little bit of a rundown basic
Yeah.
about yourself, and then we'll tell the story of how we met you, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. So basically, I film another YouTube channel. I film and edit the show. It's called BlacktipH, and I've been doing it for like almost 7 years with
Yeah,
Josh.
that's crazy.
And
Wow.
Josh is my buddy who's the co-host, and I love filming and editing, and I love fishing, as you know.
Right.
I try to get these guys to come fishing all the time. Haven't gotten them yet, but I will.
I'm coming. I promise.
No, I
I'm
know
coming.
you're
I'm
going
coming. I'm coming. I
But
promise.
I've been kind of into filming and editing for a long time, and obviously I love golf, or I wouldn't be here. And I was thinking it was, what was it, October of last year?
I think it might have been October.
September?
Was it?
Yeah.
So like literally.
Yeah.
A year
I think
ago?
it was
Yeah.
October 20 something. I have the actually. You know what? I'll tell you right
Let's
now.
bring up the DM.
I'll bring up
yeah,
the
yeah.
DM
Let's
right
bring up
now.
the DM.
Yeah.
I gotta go far back in my
Screenshot it. We're putting it on the freaking screen.
All right, wait. Give me a second. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, and it was like a year ago, and I somehow you came across my page, and you were
So-
doing the
right.
workout videos
Right.
and stuff, like golf workout videos.
Right. So October 10th.
Oh, October 10th.
Oh my
One
God.
Day.
Whoa.
This
Wow.
is literally October 11th. I won't ever say a
That's
date on a
pretty
YouTube
crazy.
video,
Wow.
but like this is October
That's
11th.
weird.
What are the chances?
That's crazy. That's
That's-
actually
that's-
really creepy.
That's creepy.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, that is.
So we met October
So we DM'd
11th?
him first on October 11th. Right.
So you reacted to my story August 19th. So we have mutual friends. So it's not like you were a complete stranger. I had known of BlacktipH. I've met Josh.
Yeah.
I met a lot of people. And so we had a lot of mutual friends.
Yeah.
And then we were following each other, and I was doing Instagram reels before I'd even like done anything on Instagram. We had just committed like 3 months ago, I think, to posting every single day.
Right.
And we were doing workout golf videos. Like we weren't even, I didn't talk to the camera. I didn't do anything. And he reacted to my story. And then I said, "Hi, Davis. I'm starting a YouTube channel, golf challenges, collabs, and a bunch of fun stuff. I was wondering what type of camera would be the best for video and audio. Don't need a big production, but want the easiest way to edit and film."
Yeah, and I was like, I've been thinking about that anyways,
Right.
kind of.
So when we sent that DM, because he was behind it as well, he was like, "You
Yeah.
should DM me, you should DM." Okay, so I did it, and I was like, I want to ask you about camera equipment, but at the same time, I want to see if you're gonna come in like with a hint.
Yeah,
Like, are
yeah.
you gonna come back and say like, "Oh, like I'd love to do that as well"? It was just a shot in the dark, and then you said, "Hey, it's a great idea. Not many of the girls are doing golf channels right now. Golf seems to be doing really well on YouTube." And then literally that night, no joke, he said,
Yeah.
"Call me," or something like that. He said, "Yeah, call me 2:30," and we had met up for dinner that night, and we were like,
We all got on the phone
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Davis, and
Yeah.
we're talking about what was the conversation like? Really, what was it
Well,
like?
camera
I think
equipment.
initially-
It was
Camera
more.
equipment,
It was
yeah.
camera equipment, but we quickly got into. You had mentioned that there's I want to do something, help out with a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
Yeah. It pretty much like went right into like I wanted to do something in the golf space, and I
Mm-hmm.
noticed there was a void in the industry for women.
Right.
Like,
Right.
and then I think the conversation that we had over the phone for the first time, it immediately went into kind of like the strategies of YouTube, and
Right.
like it was very like right into
Well,
it.
Yeah.
that's
And
kind
then
of how we are,
yeah,
though. It's
yeah,
like, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. The three of us were
And
like,
it's because
let's do it.
the passion and love for doing it is there.
Yeah.
Right.
That's-
He has
so
a
it's
love
just
for
like,
fishing,
boom.
for editing, for videoing, and also for golf. So, like,
Yeah.
that was perfect. It was just, we didn't even know you liked golf. Like, you just had responded to some of our stuff and
Yeah.
was like, it was perfect. Like, we had met that day, and then we were like, okay, well, let's film something. Let's do a YouTube channel. We had been thinking of doing a YouTube channel for a while. We didn't know anything that was going to be like. I
Yeah.
wasn't even talking to the camera on Instagram. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do. Filmed a few. The first couple we did put out.
So
You
what
know.
were your thoughts, like, when you got that DM? So we're telling you, like, our thoughts behind the DM was like, no, maybe we can get some insight on a YouTube
Right.
channel. You had started the YouTube channel, actually, how many years before that?
2014 or something. 2016.
yeah, I
Yeah.
remember you saying that.
So the
But
YouTube channel with the name was created like
Oh,
years ago.
Because I had an Instagram account since I was 6 with
Right.
the name Gabby Golf Girl. I just never posted.
You've had it
posted
since
or
you were
not.
6.
Yeah, that first
way.
trick shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had about
We were like one of the first people as like a kid to like have a golf
Yeah.
YouTube channel. I think it
Oh,
was
that's wild.
2015 or 2014.
yeah.
Why did I don't know. I thought you started it like 2 years before I met you or something.
Because I had 3,000 followers. I
She wasn't
didn't-
like pressing.
No, I would post
Yeah,
like
yeah.
once every 3 months. Like I never did
Yeah.
anything with it. Like
Yeah.
I'd done like trick shots when I had a good idea. My first video ever was a trick shot when I was 6 or something. Where I was like, this is the 2-ball chip shot, and I'm gonna hit it. I don't know if you saw
Yeah,
it.
well,
Yeah,
that
you
was the one you
reposted
put
it.
in the
Yeah,
recent reel.
Yeah. And so I did that
And
one.
then you went screaming.
Exactly.
Running
You know how
around
many-
the
Yeah.
green.
So that video was actually the first try, but we had been trying it for like, We had
the day before we were
right,
trying it.
right. Yeah, the day before we had been trying it for like a really, really long time, and then we came back the next day and we're just like, okay, let's try it again. First try, I was like so excited. You have no idea.
Yeah.
It was like the best thing ever, and it got like 70 views. Back then, when Instagram was like,
is way different now. I mean, now with Reels, it's like it's literally crazy. It's so competitive too.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it's unbelievable.
And you
have
either
to
have
keep
to be,
topping it.
you can't top what's out there. It's
No.
just something crazy every single time.
right.
Yeah.
So what was your kind of thought process in saying, we say, okay, let's meet. We met for dinner that night.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
what were you thinking?
I was thinking I was like, wow, they're like, normally when you talk to somebody about, and it's about any sort of, business idea or a proposal that two people have, normally like it doesn't work out that fast, but I feel like we were just on the same page.
Right. I feel like we're on the same page about everything, though.
Yeah. We were just
everything.
like, we were on the same page.
Yeah.
Like right off the bat. And it's funny what went on with that is, I wanted to continue. I was like, okay, this looks good. So I was like, let me see if I can give her, suggestions on how to do
Reels.
better reels.
Right.
And so we talked about like, how to try to improve it. Because I think we met, it was like 7,000 or 8,000 followers.
Right. So
At
actually,
that time? How
I
many
think
you
I
have?
had 7,000 followers or something like that.
Yeah.
And I've been posting for 2.5 months every single day, and I only gained 4,000 followers. But when you said to me, you were like, I think it may be better if you start talking to the camera, even something as simple as just like, hey, watch this trick. And it will also get you way more comfortable for YouTube. Because at the first, I was like really not comfortable. I like honestly,
nobody is.
Nobody is. So
Yeah.
it's like, it's hard. And then when I did it, the first reel we posted, I think it got like 300,000 in like
And that
3 hours. Yeah.
And that was when the Davis was right movement started. It's like we would question in the car, like after we would meet with Davis, like, do you really think like that's accurate? Or
Well,
because we had no idea.
We didn't know anything
He's
about
just
do
making
nothing.
stuff up.
Yes, we did.
Who is this guy?
Yeah.
He's
We
like,
was
talk to the camera about a trick. I'm like, it's not that impressive. He's like, no, there are hundreds of thousands of people out there who think it is. Because to you, like as a junior, like just juggling the golf ball and hit it, I've been doing that since I was like 9 years old. You
Right.
know?
Yeah.
So it was like he had all these ideas that were just so different. We were just like so
different to us at that time
different
because
to
we had no
us.
idea what we were doing.
Yeah.
Now looking back, it's like, well, duh, yeah,
Yeah.
of course
Yeah.
we should have done that.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's funny when we met you, we went from 8,000. I think by the end of like that week, we were at 14,000.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I
and
literally
like,
remember it.
it's not because of me, because you can
No.
sit there and tell somebody
It's also
all
because
day long like what
Yeah.
It's also because
you
of
can
you.
give somebody your opinion on what you think works and what doesn't, and I can
Right.
sit here and think how many times I've said let's do something, we do it, and it failed. The impossible chip shot, I thought that was going to do way better.
Well, I think
and
that has
just-
the potential for doing really well. We just didn't have any more consistent videos like that. But
yeah,
there are different
it's just
things for different
but it's like the main thing is it's like you just got to work hard. Like y'all grind.
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all freaking grind.
Yeah, she
Thanks.
does. She does.
It's
well,
unbelievable.
it's a team effort. It's a team effort. It really is.
Yeah.
I can't do it without you two. Like, yes, I could probably do 30% of it, but you guys bring in a lot of it, and it's really, really, really crazy. Because like, it is so hard to do this just solely by yourself. It's just there's no way.
Oh.
Who's gonna film you? Who's gonna
Yeah,
like?
it's
What
really
are you gonna
tough.
do? You know?
And I've literally, I mean, along with Josh from BlacktipH, who is, y'all know, he's my main guy. He's taught me so much when it comes to YouTube, but I've also I've worked with other people, and I've kind of grown up in Jupiter with other people. Like, I don't know if y'all know Paul Cafaro, Nick Bingo, my buddy that I used to live with.
Yeah.
Like, these are guys who, I've literally watched it go from 0 to, in Nick's case, he's at 950 now, 950K. And Paul, I've watched him go from 0 to 3 million.
Right.
That's crazy.
But it's
Like,
also from
and-
your help. Like, it's crazy. You do know, like, the little things, and just, like, everything that you bring to Davis will have, like, yeah, but I think you should say it this way.
Yeah.
Like, I like it, but let's just do it this much better, and that makes such a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and,
just
and-
so
and
great.
people are probably wondering, too, do I film and edit all of your videos?
No.
I
No.
don't film and edit all of our videos. So, actually, like, we should probably pick up on after we first met. So, you know, we were kind of talking about starting a channel where I think we started talking about doing something once a week, like trying to get a video out once a week.
Right.
And that was my goal, because even though I do have another job and that takes up a lot of time, I knew that golf is different than fishing. Like, you know, fishing it takes up a lot of time, and it is very weather dependent, nature dependent, things like that. And golf there's more leniency.
Yeah, just
as
go
far
out
as that
and
goes.
kind of just go out and film a video, unless there's like a severe lightning issue. Like it's just kind
exactly.
of like, go film it. Like come up with the
Yeah,
idea
exactly.
and do it. You
You
know,
may not catch a fish, but you definitely can play.
but you could
could
still post a
definitely
video,
play golf.
even if you play it mediocre. Like
Yeah.
it's still interesting because there's so many different shots. And
It's
it just
more
can
interesting that it's
happen.
mediocre because it's
Yeah.
more relatable.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And so I was like, you know, I think that number one, I have a passion for golf, and this is something that I can make time to do.
Right.
And I always knew that you would make it, especially when I saw, like, number one, like, you have it in you. And
Thanks,
two,
I
you have like
appreciate
an
that.
amazing support system.
Oh yeah, I have
Like-
the best. I literally have the best support. Like I
Oh,
will
yeah.
say that 100%. I'm confident.
Yeah.
Like I am so blessed to have the best parents, and like
Oh, yeah.
my brother, who like obviously I fight with him. Like he's like
Yeah.
we don't get along
Mikey
all the
just
time.
spilled popcorn on
Silent.
this couch.
He'll
Like,
pop up. He'll pop up in a few minutes. I
He's
know.
a silent,
I know. He'll come down.
silent supporter.
He's a
yeah,
silent
I'm
supporter.
surprised I don't see him yet.
He's actually the funniest. When we post something, he'll be like,
Oh yeah.
"Oh, you know, I think you should do this and this," and he's like, yeah, you know, you need like 10,000 more followers. And then like I see him up there like posting to all of his friends like, this is my sister, this is my sister.
Yeah.
But I do have the best support system. Like
He's
I
our
really do.
researcher.
Yeah.
He's on YouTube researching
Oh,
until
he's-
3 in the
he's put
morning
so
every
many
morning.
hours
so
in YouTube
He puts a
on.
lot of time on.
It's a lot of time in.
Yeah. Mikey's the man.
He'll come down.
Oh, I thought I just saw him.
Michael? Michael!
Yeah, might as well bust him in right now.
Michael! Is he scared? He's getting
Mike!
scared.
That had to have been clipping.
Down!
That was clipping.
Yeah, that's definitely clipping the audio.
We can, yeah.
But pick up on your.
So that night we meet for dinner.
Yeah.
You're
yeah.
like-
Yeah, and I want to do it. I'm like, I got the time. Like, you know, I know we can make this happen. Here he is.
Yeah.
Come down, Mike.
Mike, why don't you just come say hi real quick? To who?
To-
To the podcast.
To who?
The podcast we've been setting up for the past 5 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
Michael did help
come
actually.
in, Mike. Come in, Mike.
This is
Come,
real
is
stuff, huh?
this audio on?
Don't
Why
knock
you just sit
over
right here?
everything.
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah,
don't
good.
you
Mike,
just sit-
you get a
sit right
spot.
there, Mikey?
So Michael's our first guest.
Yeah, just be careful. Don't.
Oh, we have
drop the
another
mic
guest too.
Mulligan.
Oh, and Mulligan. Look at him.
I would just like to say, this is his.
He's
I will
eyeing the
hold-
cameras. He's looking
Yeah.
at the cameras
Yeah, he's
as if they're people.
Yeah, he's
There's
like,
there's no one here, Mike. There's no one here.
Which one should I look at?
Which one's Mikey's
You look at that one.
camera? Which one's Mikey's camera?
Well,
We don't
right
have
now
that
we don't
one.
have
You
one
can
set
go
up
right
because there was no one sitting there.
This is Mulligan's.
But
This is his bed.
wide angle. That's
Wide
his
angle,
thing.
alright.
I will be
Mikey's
holding
just
this 'cause
cheesing.
This is my dog, so
Cheesing.
my pillow.
So we were just talking about you, Mike.
Yeah.
About what?
We were saying you're a
You're our
YouTube
silent
fanatic.
supporter and YouTube extraordinaire researcher.
How many
You're our
hours a
researcher.
day do you spend on YouTube?
Like,
No, seriously, pull out your phone and let's see.
it's upstairs. Like 3 though.
I like how Mikey's
3
like.
hours.
3 hours.
This
on
is
just
Mikey.
YouTube. That's not screen time.
Yeah.
Just YouTube.
This is how Mikey talks.
He's just so cool.
Really
right?
close,
Isn't
super
he?
cool.
The hoodie and everything. Pull on.
No.
So we're talking about how we met Davis. So
How
let's
did
go
you
back-
meet Davis? I don't know.
You don't know? Well, we're not going to tell this story over again. But
Yeah.
but basically the
I'll have
first
to listen to the podcast.
you'll have to
Perfect. Wow.
It's just so
nice
great.
nice plug, Mike.
Just
Nice plug.
It's a great. You just come in for the sound bites, and he's like, "Oh, okay, I'm out."
So we go out to dinner. You see Gabby, me, we meet for dinner. The first day we DM'd him, we're meeting for dinner. And then from there, what happens next? You were just like,
Yeah. So we were gung ho to do it, and I was kind of putting things in place, and then Josh, who is, for any of you who don't know, Josh is the owner of BlacktipH, the YouTube channel I've been producing for a while now, and he all of a sudden out of nowhere got cancer, which was like threw me off, threw everybody off.
It was terrible.
Right?
Absolutely.
And it was like all of a sudden now I don't have time.
Right.
Like I don't have time to do this with you guys. It was like right as we were like, okay, like this can be a thing. Let's get started. You know, I want to kind of, you know, let people know, let's do it. And then boom, that happened. And everything got shut off.
Right.
Yeah.
Like as far y'all kept working,
Yeah,
which I'm so thankful for. But I was like not able to do it because
Right.
now I had Josh. So Josh not only hosts the show and is an unbelievable fisherman and my best friend in the world, but he is an outstanding editor as well. When we're in the office, me and him we're brainstorming.
Right.
You know, I work up stuff. I make a video. He comes in and he says, you know, oh, let's fix this, let's fix that. He says, oh, I think this is better. I say, no, that's not better. Like, it's better the way I had it. And then we go back and forth.
He like taught you how to edit, basically.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is
He
incredible.
taught me Adobe Premiere Pro.
It's
Yeah,
incredible.
he taught me so much of what I know about cameras.
Right.
And then, you know, from there, like I took what, you know, the base teachings of something and I just kind of expanded upon it. And now me and him work together on almost everything. Like when we go to B&H in New York, and we literally have flown up to the B&H photo video store to New York just to go there.
Muggle.
Like for no other
For
reason.
the day? Like just
Yeah,
the day?
yeah.
Wow.
For
And me
those
and-
of you who don't know, that's like this is the world's biggest camera
Yeah,
store
world's
or
biggest
something?
camera store. You
It's
go
incredible.
there and
I didn't know that
anything and
beforehand.
everything. I don't care if it's a tripod, a drone, photography lens, video lens, body, whatever, you can try it right there. Like you can, they put the product in your hands and you can use it. And you don't ever leave like wondering, like, you know, you don't know what you're getting.
Right.
It's not like buying something online.
Right.
So that's what
But I love
makes that
you
place
could
so special.
Test it. Like that's so cool.
Yeah, and
You
that's
know?
what we do. We bring our own SD cards.
It's like a
And we
thing
literally walk
for,
in there,
like-
we put our own SD cards in there, film something, and then
Right.
we do that with like 30 cameras, and
Right.
then we get back to the room, plug it
See
in,
which
see what
one's
looks
the
best.
best.
Yeah, but we're like little nerds in there. But anyways, you know, that all happened, and it took him a long time to recover from this.
Yeah.
I mean, he was
How many surgeries? He had like
16.
16 surgeries.
it's-
16 surgeries. Like, and I can't even tell you how many nights I spent just sleeping on an air mattress in the hospital, which was like, honestly, like I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being there with him because me and him always have a good time. Even
Yeah.
though like I remember a lot of nights he's like in pain or whatever, and
Yeah.
like he's not feeling well, but me and him always found a way to just die laughing about
That's
something.
awesome.
Yeah.
Always. And
That's amazing.
even while he's in the hospital bed, we're sitting there either dying laughing about something, talking about fishing, or talking about YouTube.
Right.
Like, you know,
Right.
how
and those
still
are your
about
two
the business.
favorite things to do,
Right.
which is just incredible. And that's
Yeah.
just like, if you don't know Davis, that's his brain is always going
Yeah.
all the time. He'll send me reels at like 3:00 in the morning, like, we
Yeah,
should
yeah.
do this. Like he just,
I think every time I leave this house,
You have a new idea that you send like 20 minutes later? Yes.
I always think, I wonder if they just like are so annoyed.
No, you're the best.
we love that.
You're
But
the best.
I feel like every time I leave, I've got something else to say.
Right,
Just one
and
more
also
thing.
for reference, when we are working with Davis, we do not leave. Are you going?
I need water.
Okay.
He needs water.
Agua,
Um,
agua.
Every time we're with Davis, he doesn't leave until 2:00 in the morning. We're working that hard. Like, and we're working, having the best time, but we're working hard and we're
Yeah.
thinking and brainstorming and just constantly going, which
Yeah.
is incredible.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah. And sometimes when you just like, you get on a roll with something.
You can't stop.
Yeah,
Just
you can't stop.
Especially if it's creative.
Yeah, exactly. I remember like some nights sitting here and I'm just like a zombie, just staring at that computer. Just like Davis, it's just like. you
And
know,
then what ends up happening to me when I become a zombie, I just keep talking. I just
Mikey.
keep going, and you're
Yeah.
a zombie, and I'm like, so what do you think about this? What do you think? What do you think about
yeah,
this?
I'm like,
we do this.
No, that's great, Gabby. Yeah.
Like when I'm really tired, it's like so weird. I'm like, keep talking and talking and talking. I don't
Yeah.
stop when it comes to talking.
Yeah,
We know.
exactly.
I can't stop. I always have something to say, and I have to get it out.
You know, well, you know the funny thing is, like I've been trying to tell this story for like 20 minutes,
And I keep
we
inter-
keep getting off subject.
Yeah.
No, so anyways, to make it short, Josh has recovered from cancer. You know, not fairly recently. I'd say pretty
Yeah.
much May. You
Yeah.
know, And so I've kind
He's
of been
back
able
out fishing on the boat with you guys.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And there's still some things that he can't quite do because of the surgeries, hernias, stuff like that. But for the most part, he's getting a lot better. He can catch a 10-pound fish, 10 pounds.
Yeah.
But anything more than 10 pounds, which is crazy because, like, the stuff that me and him have done, like the stuff I've seen him do, we've been to everywhere, like in Central America. Like we've been to over 15 different countries.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
And caught world record fish, filmed insanely viral videos together.
Right.
Like we've just done everything, and now it's like it's kind of weird that he's at a point that he's very limited with his health. But the
Right.
good news is he's cancer free.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's getting over it. In fact, I mean, we all just had dinner not that long ago,
Maybe
like a month
2
and a
weeks
half
ago,
ago.
yeah,
We went
or-
and got brass ring.
I'm not good with time, so 2 weeks,
Yeah.
3 months.
Did you
same
like the
thing.
burger at brass ring?
I loved
She
it.
was
I
just
talking
talking
the
about
other
it today.
day.
Really?
Today or
I-
yesterday?
It was yesterday. Yeah.
That's Josh's favorite place.
I
Oh,
loved
she
it.
wants to
In
go
the
back
world.
there again.
I wanna go-
You should
I
do a
want-
burger review there.
That would be great.
Is that a chain? Brass ring chain?
So they have one down the road here on.
I've seen another one somewhere.
Yeah, no, it's on Anytown. It's not the same.
Oh, is there only 2 locations?
Yeah, it's not the same. The one here on it's called Brass Ring, but it's totally different.
Oh, okay.
Not the same burger.
Oh.
The
I
Brass
loved
Ring.
it. I loved
Yeah, the one
we
we went to,
I
that's
loved
like
it.
the grill that's never been cleaned. Like
You get
super
that all that
greasy.
nasty,
yeah.
greasy stuff
Yeah,
on the
that's
burger.
10
Great.
years of flavor.
Just great.
Mikey, you want to go?
Michael's been very, very silent. What do you just hear for
Mikey's not a
ASMR
burger
sound
guy.
bites?
Mikey, you're not a burger guy.
Michael, for reference,
don't you like
doesn't eat
burgers?
anything at all.
I like pizza.
Pizza.
He does like pizza.
He likes pizza, pasta,
It's like
pancakes,
And peanut butter.
peanut butter, and honey
Oh.
sandwiches. That's it. All
That's
peas.
weird.
We never thought of that.
Yeah.
wow. Now it's the P3 podcast.
P5.
Yeah, exactly.
P6.
Like like their mom makes an insane meal, and Mikey's just eating pizza.
Yeah. Homemade pizza.
It is homemade pizza.
It's healthy.
Yeah, it is homemade
It's
pizza.
healthy, yeah.
Yeah, the crust is very good.
Yeah. He's particular. You're particular, Mike.
I think
You're
particular is an
particular.
understatement.
Yeah.
So Mikey plays basketball.
Mikey plays basketball. He's got a tournament this weekend.
I do.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Yeah, you got a tournament this weekend.
He's like me. When we have a tournament for golf or basketball, we don't know where it is, what time it is.
They let you know last minute than like the night before.
No, but I love that. I love when that happens. That's my favorite. When I don't know where a tournament is and I get in the car and I'm like,
Why? It's just because it's like you don't feel
because yeah,
like
I think when I play my worst is when I know the course and I'm thinking about the worst. One of the worst rounds I ever played. I was like a big tournament and I was like, okay, I'm starting off on hole 10, so I need to hit this club, and
Yeah.
I need to hit a 4 hybrid off the tee on the second hole. So blah, blah, blah.
it's like you're overthinking.
Bombed. Can't
Yeah.
do it. Just
Yeah,
cannot do it.
because you never know what the shot is really going to be. Like,
And I was just like, and I was miserable of staying up all night planning this one tee shot.
Yeah, it's like you're
I
trying to
pulled it
draw
OB.
everything out. You're
Yeah.
trying to like draw everything out, and then when something doesn't go according to plan, it's like you kind of just.
so who do you think who do you think the better players on tour would be? Someone who maps everything out, which I'm
I
sure
think
a
it's
lot of
different
them
for
do.
everyone, yeah.
And I'm sure there's fewer people that are just like, I'm just going to go play the course. I played this course. And they play the courses, the same courses pretty much every year. But let's just say, who's the better group of golfers, do you think? Planned or not planned?
I would say that it's different for everyone. Definitely for me.
Definitely in the better group of golfers. I'm pretty good.
He did just dunk a chip on the backyard. But that was like the
Mikey
only-
does have a
Did
good swing considering
does.
he doesn't play golf.
He does
Yeah.
have a
Like,
good swing.
Yeah.
You know,
I
I
would,
would-
but
A
I would
little
say
over the
back to-
top, but
Yeah.
little
I
over
would
the
say
top.
back to your question though, I would say instinctual golfers would be
Yeah.
my. I don't know, but that's.
I think golfers, they have to be like, I think
I
Phil
think-
Mickelson said it,
right.
like you have to either be really, really like overthinking, super smart, tactical about it, or not even care at all. Like in between, I think is where you get
Yeah.
really, really.
No, the only thing I would say is because
Screwed.
we're not allowed to use rangefinder, we wouldn't be allowed to use rangefinders. I think to some degree you have to map out a little bit, but I'm not mapping out the greens. Like I just want to go and play my hardest and just
you
see
can
what-
or you can't use a range.
I don't think you can use a rangefinder in PGA Tour.
No, you can't.
Yeah, no, you can't. That's what I'm saying.
So
if
therefore
I'm
you-
playing,
you have to
right.
map
So you have to
out
map
a
out
certain
that.
amount.
I
Yeah.
think some people would have to map out that, but I don't think to some point, like after that, you just gotta hit the ball. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Well,
Yeah.
and I noticed too, like, there's been some days where I've gone out. A lot of times, a lot of good rounds I have, and everybody says this because nobody's watching, or by myself. I had a lot of good shots.
Sure, Davis.
No.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Sure.
You want me to tell you why? It's because number one, you don't put any pressure on yourself, right?
Right.
You have no expectations when I'm throwing on a podcast, and I put it in the cart, and I'm just listening to the podcast, playing golf by
Yeah.
myself.
Right.
Another thing I noticed too, and I literally thought about this yesterday. So you know how you've been trying to open up your back right foot a little
Yeah.
bit, like you just open
Right.
your
Yeah.
toe up for stability.
Right.
Right. And that was the problem I was having for a long time is like my feet were straight in that right foot, like you said,
Rolling over.
swaying,
Yeah.
starting to roll over.
Right.
And I noticed whenever I was, because I watched a video, I'd set up a camera whenever I was playing by myself like 2 months ago. And I was looking at my swing when I was by myself, and I was more relaxed and I had that back foot open. And I went back and I was like, oh, that's interesting. My back foot looks open. So I was doing that yesterday when we played. And yesterday I felt like my irons, I was just like, I was really on
Yeah.
top of my irons.
Yeah.
Like it was helping me a lot, just opening up that back foot. So like me being, I feel like a little more just relaxed and not
Right.
thinking about it.
For sure, yeah.
I think it really helps
I
me.
mean,
Yeah,
there
for
are
sure.
people that do really, really well under pressure, but like I think that's a small amount of people. Like I think I could be wrong, but I would say for me, when I'm gonna play my best, I just want like the best round I ever shot. I was listening to music in the car. It's 5 a.m. and I'm just like, and I literally the first 3 shots on the range I shanked, and the 4th shot I missed the ball. I've never done
So
that
the
before.
worst practice,
Worst
But
practice.
you missed the ball?
I literally hit it like it was so dark out, but
That's
I hit,
embarrassing.
It was so
That's never
embarrassing.
happened to me before.
I don't think I told you this.
I'm
Yeah.
sure, Mikey.
Definitely didn't happen today.
Oh my god.
Yeah, okay.
That happened today.
You almost put someone's window out in the backyard.
Yeah, and I missed the ball with the shot before that.
Yeah, he
I
missed
I'm
that.
swung
telling you,
and I
He
if
missed.
you don't put nets up there, like
I
it's
know.
happening, dude.
Right,
know.
yeah, it's gonna hit somebody's house.
Trying
Like,
to-
he
I
was-
came up with a
minimize
great.
cost
I came up.
Like,
We don't
a
minimize
net will be
costs
cheaper
here.
than a window.
Yeah.
I came up with a great video idea.
Okay, let's hear it.
Me versus Davis 1-on-1.
Was that
One-on-one basketball.
Was that-
No,
Oh,
One-on-one golf.
I wanted to do basketball. That'd be way better.
Yeah.
we could do that
Wait,
now.
was
You're
that-
because you're getting smoked in golf. You're getting smoked in golf.
Like, was
Basketball.
this-
Mikey is
From
gonna
that?
cook
Yeah.
you
Or-
upstairs.
Yeah, okay.
Upstairs we have a little mini basketball hoop, and
Yeah.
that's where Mike does all his cooking, right?
Now, what about real basketball?
I'd still cook.
What if the goal's at 8 foot?
Oh, I'm cooking still. I dunk.
Really?
I could dunk
Michael
on that.
dunks on
9
it in
foot.
half.
9 foot.
Yeah.
9 foot's pushing it.
No. I'm dunking on that too soon.
Well, you better be, because if you don't dunk on 10 feet by 15, you're done. You retire.
Retire?
Yeah, 15. You got
Yeah.
3 years.
I better retire Hall of Fame
Mikey's
though.
12.
Yeah. He's 12 and
You got
he's like
3 years
5
to
foot
dunk,
9.
Mike.
Pretty wild. How
He's
tall are
way
you,
taller
Mikey?
than me. 5'8". No, you're
6'3".
No, you're for sure 5'8". For sure 5'8". Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what
I
would
think
say.
he's got to be 5'8".
Five-
And you're how tall now?
5'5". I just hit 5'5".
So he's got you by 3 inches now.
I think so. Let's see.
What?
I'm pretty sure. Well, that hair is adding a few.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got
it's
some fluff.
fluffy.
So okay, I actually have to
You gotta
address
sit down. Sit down. I would sit down for the mic.
Yeah. I have to address this because this is extremely serious. So I don't know if you guys know, but
Whoa.
I would say teenage boys are getting, perms are coming back. Like every teenage boy has a perm. Michael got a perm the other day.
Is that a perm?
That was supposed to be a video. Like
Yeah.
my brother got a perm.
Yeah, and
Its
it
own
may be.
YouTube video.
Well,
It
now,
may
now
be.
it's the title of the podcast.
My
Yeah,
brother got a
G3
perm.
podcast. My brother got a perm.
I mean, you
Mikey.
already watched-
There's gonna be a lot of. There's gonna be a lot of people out there saying, "What?
There's gonna be a lot of hate comments and
Don't hate because
don't
all
hate
the boys are doing
because
it."
every single boy out there has a perm. Now, I don't think it looks good, but every teenage boy, I actually like Michael's a lot,
I
honestly.
feel like if you have red hair, you can't have a perm. It's just not. It's just not. Like, would this look right with a perm?
Oh my
There's no way.
Michael thinks
No.
everything looks good with a perm.
Oh, Mikey.
Let's get off the topic of hair because I'm losing my hair.
No, but I'm serious.
Come on, Rod.
Before anybody starts hating, every boy I've ever seen that's anywhere from 11 to 18 years old has a perm. 100%. Every single. It's.
Nicolo.
Yeah, all my cousins.
Oh my god.
Let's not bring that topic.
Do we have a picture
Oh my
of
God.
Nicolo's perm?
Oh my god. Is this the G3 podcast or the Howard Stern show? That's what I want to know right now.
My
Because
gosh.
we're not holding back anything
Okay,
here.
No, he's
not
Turning
gonna,
into the
I'm
Howard
gonna-
Stern show.
Yeah, this
I'm gonna
is
give.
this is
Unbelievable.
He's gonna watch this.
He
and
watches
send me a
every
text
video.
Saying I don't have a perm. That's
Oh my
exactly
God.
My
what
cousin,
Oh my God.
it's a family debate.
Oh my god.
The kid,
I'm not involved with this.
Perm.
even Davis is in on it. Every family.
I'm not in
member
on
thinks
doing it for myself. But
Well,
I do
Davis is
find
part
it
of the family
interesting.
now.
No,
so.
yeah, but he's part
I
of the
ain't
family
getting no
feud.
perm.
This kid definitely has a perm. I love you, Nicolo, but
Oh.
you have a perm. It's just true. Everybody, he says he doesn't have a perm.
Did
but
he have a
it's-
perm when he was here last? Because I met him here.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. I think he has a perm. I'll
I
show
didn't
you a
remember
picture.
that. I just thought he had an afro. But
Girls losing.
Yeah, the curls are losing. They're coming out.
Oh my god.
I think we may have to cut that out.
well, that was a great 15-minute conversation about perms,
Wait, I'm gonna find the photo.
and we're back on it.
Nicolo.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay,
We're good.
no more?
We're good now.
No
We're
more
good
perm?
on the perms.
We're good on the perm conversation.
Golly.
But
Meanwhile, we were talking about golf.
and then we
Right.
got the perm.
So
Yeah.
so I think that could be a video 1v1 Between you
That
two?
would be good.
Yeah.
Wait, golf or basketball?
golf.
Golf.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we could do both.
Golf.
Both.
But you may need a partner to help you because when you closer you get to the green, it just
I'll
it's bad.
I want
bad.
Andrew as my partner.
You can get Andrew.
He could do a backflip for me.
Andrew's a good golfer.
Andrew?
Yes.
Yeah, Andrew.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Andrew's a cool guy.
He's
I love
he's a
Andrew.
good golfer too.
Yeah,
Really
yeah,
good
he is.
golfer.
I've never seen somebody make more chips.
Okay, so we
Unbelievable.
were all. I mean, your dad was there.
Yeah.
Your dad. We were all playing, and kid Andrew that Gabby
Yeah.
plays with at the course.
Get invited to.
They're just chipping around. They're literally just chipping around the 18th
It's
hole.
pitch black, by the way.
Pitch black,
Pitch black.
dark.
Dark.
Andrew hits five chip
No,
shot
it was
pitch
more
shots.
than that. It was like 7. It was like 7.
Yes.
Yeah, like in the dark. In the dark, from they must have been at least 20
Yeah.
yards.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. 15
Just
to
messing
25
around,
yards
just
pitch
messing
shots.
around, pitch shots.
Yeah.
One drops. We're like, okay. Another drops. We're like, what the heck's going on? And his dad
And
is
then-
like, he's like, he obviously wants him to do that during the
Yeah.
Because he had
tournament.
just
Yeah.
played
He's
a
like,
tournament
what the
that
heck?
day.
Oh, he
where
did
the
play
heck's
one
that
of
been?
He had played a tournament that day.
He's
and
like, where
his
the hell was that,
dad-
Andrew? Where was that all day? We could have used that.
Oh
And
my
then what I
gosh.
love is that he's a lefty, and you guys have seen him in one of the videos. But he's
He's
a
a
lefty.
good kid.
He's
He's a
such
good kid.
such a good person, and he starts grabbing my righty club, and he starts making chips with my righty club.
Yeah.
See, that's weird.
That's
Like,
what's
that's what's
weird.
like, what's going on? Like,
Yeah.
there's something going on.
Yeah,
Because
he-
I think he drained, like, between 15 and 25 yards, I think he drained, like, 6 out of 8 chips.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
I think that's what
amazing.
it
It
was.
was
Like,
insane.
it was
In the dark.
in the dark.
And then he drained them right
And they,
too.
yeah, he drained
And
them
he
right.
wasn't even like phased. He was just like, yeah.
Yeah, I was, like, so confused. I thought I was, like, having, like, a heat stroke.
Which
and I
would
was
make
seeing
me even
something.
more upset if I saw you just naturally just like, whatever. Like,
Yeah,
where
I
was
shocked.
that today?
Well, Andrew, you're an outstanding chipper.
Yeah.
Yes, and
That
a,
was-
a
that was
great
a- that was
person
a-
as well. He's
That was
Yeah,
a
just
good-
a
performance
nice
of the
kid.
ages. It
Yeah.
really was.
I have you back on Snapchat, Andrew.
It's
Oh,
not-
wait, he dropped you on Snapchat?
No, you just never added him back,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's upset about it.
You added
Michael,
him?
I don't think he's
Well,
ever
I-
met
I-
Andrew. He's just heard stories.
I
Well,
know.
I seen him do. I told him to do a backflip once at school.
Oh, you did
And
meet
he
him.
did?
Yeah, and he did it.
Oh, wow.
I never added you back on Snap.
He's
either.
a kid of a lot of talents. He could play instruments.
Oh, yeah, he
he's
sings.
a gymnast. He could do
He li-
backflips.
yeah.
He could play golf. He played lacrosse.
Oh yeah.
Like
he's
he's
insane.
just got a lot of.
He's
super
extremely smart,
talented.
by the way. Like
super smart.
extremely smart. Mulligan.
Mike, can you get Mulligan? Bring him over. Put him in his little bed.
Yeah, he's. What's he barking at? Something, or is he?
No.
He
barking-
always
he
just he
just
sits
kinda
there and
sits
watches
there.
out the like a little guard dog. He sits there and just barks at things.
Oh my gosh, he's so fluffy.
Fluffy.
Yeah.
He is
He's a fluff
he's
ball.
an abominable snowman.
Yeah.
So Davis, you has like the trifecta basically. He's got all the things. He loves fishing, he loves videography and editing, and then he's got the golf. We always say he's living the dream.
Yeah.
He's living the dream.
I mean, yeah, kinda.
It's stressful, but it's amazing. I mean, I
Yeah,
love
like
it.
it definitely could be a lot sometimes, but I feel like even when I have gone all day working, with Josh, and then maybe I come over here, we do some work, we eat dinner, do some more work, I go home, I wake up, if I get my 6-7 hours of
up
sleep.
At 4 o'clock in the morning.
Sometimes I have to do that. Sometimes I have to wake up
Yeah.
at 4 o'clock in the morning.
One
and go
time
fish.
he left here at like 2 o'clock in the morning and then had to wake up at 4? Something like that.
Yeah, it was like 4.
Insane.
Yeah.
What was the craziest trip, like fishing trip you've ever been on? Where was it? Like,
Well, I'd say I'd say recently was pretty wild considering what's going on. Obviously we went to Jordan, as you know, and Jordan is right next to Israel, and there's just a lot of, obviously you guys know there's a lot of stuff going on there right now, and we left there not too long ago, me and Josh, probably 6 days ago.
Yeah.
And it's like
Insane.
we just kind of escaped the line of fire there, because definitely wouldn't want to be there while that's going on.
No.
So that was crazy in that sense. But as far as fishing goes, I would say, one of the craziest things I've ever seen is going to Colombia. We were staying in the jungle of Colombia, so you got to take a plane to Medellin, Colombia, and then from there you take a bus to an airport deep in the jungle, like nobody around, about 4 hours away. Then you take a little tiny, the plane y'all took to the Bahamas? No,
It
like
wasn't that plane.
like a box. Like this plane is basically
how many people were in that little plane?
4.
4 people.
Yeah.
My dad's terrified of flying, so
Not-
am I a little bit.
not-
You are.
not
It's
really
okay.
true,
It's
but-
okay. You can admit it. I admit it.
I'm terrified
calling
of
you out.
flying that a 4-person
Yeah,
plane.
so-
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Not
we're
a
all
regular
terrified.
flight to New York. I'm good.
Yeah, we're all terrified. And we take this
Well,
thing,
I would say I would be terrified of that box too. So
Yeah,
you know.
for sure.
yeah, it's not, and I've flown on a lot of boxes. But, it adds to the excitement.
Yeah.
But yeah, then we take, that plane basically kind of across, it's like a little peninsula, but you're still in Colombia, and we land on this, little cheap, small airstrip, and we stay in the jungle in just like little huts, basically. That's where that's where the
cool.
fishing lodge is little huts. And there's no AC.
Oh.
It's only just fans, little blow fans.
Oh,
And everything runs off a generator in that entire place.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, the first night, the generators went off, and all the fans
Oh
shut
my
down,
gosh.
lights shut down. And of course we have camera gear. All the chargers stopped charging,
Stop.
everything. And this actually happened once a night, every single night. We were there. We were there for, it was great. We were there for 5 days. And so
Next time.
the actual worst part is I had to sleep in full clothing, including a buff
Because
over
of
my
the-
face.
Because of the bugs.
Because of the bugs.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
not because they bit. It was because that they were so large.
Yeah.
It was like mini helicopters.
Oh
like,
my gosh, that's just.
like
I don't talk about. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
that I'm definitely afraid of.
that.
Yeah,
I'm
no, it's
telling
I'll
not
take
for me.
flying any day over that.
Yeah,
and-
yeah, no.
and
I'm
as
hard.
Sounds like a
Josh-
fun trip.
Yeah, and as Josh is my witness, he saw me run from a bug. He said I hit 30 mile an hour.
Wow.
He said I was, dude, I'm telling you, I booked it. I was gone. Like it was, and these things are just so big there. But to cap
I
off the
can't
trip,
talk
at
about it
least
anymore.
we caught the world record tarpon, which was really cool.
Well,
and it's
yeah, that's
actually,
amazing.
we were fishing on
worth
the,
it.
and we were fishing on the Pacific coast, right? We were
really?
fishing the Pacific Ocean. This is an Atlantic tarpon. Tarpon only live in the Atlantic. That fish actually got there through the Panama Canal.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the only way it can get there. It's actually now, well, it's an invasive species there, but that's an Atlantic tarpon. It swam through the Panama Canal and then up north to Colombia, and it was just really cool. It was a world record tarpon, not official, but anybody who sees the picture knows it, and it was over 300 pounds, and it
That's
was just
crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
That's insane.
we were like, after that, we're like, okay, trip's done.
When
Yeah.
my cousin went to Colombia, she went to Mary Lou went to Colombia, but where'd
Recently.
she go? Yeah,
Oh
she
yeah,
went
she went to. It starts with a B.
Bogota. No,
No.
Bogota's in New Jersey?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
No.
Bogota.
Bogota.
is in
Bogota.
Colombia.
Bogota,
Yeah.
same thing.
That-
Big difference. Big difference.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, I don't even want to say it. I'm not gonna say it.
No.
Bogota's in Jersey.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Wait, she said
Bogota
Bogota.
is on the other side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, but she was in the Amazon rainforest.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was up in the mountains. She had to stay in. They had to literally hang on the top of the river and fish for
Piranhas.
piranhas. Yeah, and she said she slept in full clothing because they made her one day. They put her out in the Amazon. She slept in the Amazon, and she was all in full clothing because she had everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
She showed me pictures of snakes that she had to sleep next to, and all the insects. See, that's
She
not.
does it though. She's a trooper.
She's so good with that stuff.
I
She's
don't-
Gabby's age and she
That's
does
crazy because I met Mary Lou and she doesn't
Doesn't
seem like
that
somebody would do
person.
that.
No,
You're telling me she's all about
She's
it.
it.
flown
No, she does
over.
it. Her dad goes to all these places and
Yeah.
she
I mean,
goes
she's
along
been to
and
so many countries, she can't even count them. Like every summer, she goes to
just-
like
she's-
5 countries.
Yeah.
Imagine you're in the Amazon and you see a mulligan, a wild mulligan.
like a mulligan.
Mulligan's definitely not wild. That's just not the word you would describe.
You might see him in the Himalayas like a yeti, you know.
You might see him in Louis Vuitton.
Cut that.
He has a purse.
What do you mean?
Yeah, we got him. Okay, so on Amazon they have like
They're little gag.
they're
little
gag,
toys,
like,
but they're
toys.
shaped
They're
in
like
a purse.
$2,
Oh, okay.
But they call them it's like Goo Chewy.
Oh, that's actually
Like-
funny.
They're like dog.
Pada.
Yeah, dog names.
It's
Pana?
so cute. Pada.
That's freaking good.
So actually, my cousin Mary Lou's dog, his name is Prada, so we got her Pada.
That's funny.
Mulligan, it's shaped like a little person. He loves it.
Mulligan's a good dog. He's probably pooped like we are because we spent literally all night setting this up.
Yeah.
And then we were like,
He's
okay,
probably so
well,
tired.
we just got to roll. We just got to do it.
Yeah, we
But
gotta-
Mulligan's
You know?
always tired, to be fair.
He just
always-
Yeah,
sleeps all day.
he's-
He sleeps on and off all day.
Yeah.
He's a lucky dog.
He lives a good life.
He,
He
lives a
does.
very good life.
He's spoiled.
he's the
Wow.
best dog.
He is a very good dog. He's very sweet.
But I will say, to get back to the editing and videoing that Davis has done for us, which is incredible. Yeah, no, it's definitely a group effort. So my dad basically you do weekends and as much as you can, and then you come and film on some of the other days. And then the editing is really, I would say, you help me with he knows like all the expert stuff. I cut and do like all the basic.
Yeah, but you've gotten good. Like,
I've
You've gotten
gotten
really good.
Yeah, you've
much
gotten really
better.
good.
So now I can I actually edit a lot of them by myself because I've just learned. You've taught me so many different tricks that are just like, I don't need anything. I just need the one song to run through the entire thing. Option, Command V, Command V to paste, Command C
Well, because you
to
used
copy.
Final Cut for so long.
I used Final Cut for so long. Now I moved up to Adobe.
yeah.
The other day, she was editing. I think I texted you. She was editing.
Yeah, in the project. we're missing.
Probably how many hours did you?
I've been in so many situations where I'll edit for 7 hours and
Well, the other day when you edited, for
I was
like
only editing for
4
4
hours.
hours, yeah.
4 hours she was editing, and literally just erased. the
because
whole
that's
thing.
how a newbie. I'm a
She
noob.
was
If you want to say like that's how do you
So
say newbie?
I actually didn't ever find out what happened with that.
So
I don't think she knows.
I don't know either. It's happened 7 times to me. So I think I've edited about maybe 20 videos full myself, no help. 7 of them I've deleted and had to start over again. It's so bad.
But what
So
happened
bad.
to the video that
It makes
from
me
a couple
wanna
days ago? Is
Huh?
it gone?
Oh yeah, no, it's gone. So what
Did you
happens
check the
is-
autosaves?
So today I found out how to
She didn't
save
check
a
the
project.
autosaves.
Yeah, no, I did. I swear I checked the autosaves. Today I found out how to
Well, then-
save a project.
Yeah, but shouldn't auto
I am
save?
so glad you found out how to save a project.
Isn't that how
That's
you could
great.
like work on
You've
it?
known how to save a
No.
project. Yes, you
I
have.
did not know. I
Well,
swear.
it
So
makes me
I was
look bad.
not saving
She was
any
saying,
of my projects.
Davis needs to come here and show me how to save a project. I was like, but doesn't auto save? What's auto save then? If it auto saves, why do you have to actually
here's the
manually
thing.
save it?
You are saving the project. You just don't know where you're saving the
No,
project.
no. I had it under the autosaves. I've clicked on the autosaves.
Oh, you
and
did?
I had one autosave from the first second I clicked on the project. So what ended up happening is you taught me how to do like in and out in and out the thing.
Yeah.
And so what I'm doing is I'm in and outing to see how long the project is while I'm
Right,
working on it. And
right.
I'm only in and outing this much, and then I'll go in and work on the other files and cut,
And you
cut.
accidentally click delete.
And then I'll click. I'm
Yeah.
so zoomed in that I'll click delete twice, and I didn't know that I just deleted 6 hours of
Yeah.
work. And then I zoom out to say, "Oh, what am I at?" And I'm like, "Holy cow!"
So
The
that's
first half of the
that's
project is
funny
gone.
because everyone out there, if you heard what she just said and you've had it happen to you, comment, because I guarantee there's gonna be a ton of comments about
Yeah.
that, because
Yeah.
I do it to myself. Lucky I know how to kind of
But
fix
you
it. I
know how
go
to
back
fix
to the
it.
autosave and I
Right.
copy that section that I
Right.
and paste it
I
back
don't know
onto
how
my
to do
new
that. I don't know.
project. It happens to like
But
everybody.
think about that. Literally 40%, or whatever, how many percent? That's the amount. 40% of the time, I've literally deleted the entire project when I've been done. Like I've been there and all of it gone. It's
miserable.
just dreadful. It's just so bad when you think about it. Like everything before, like audio and all that stuff, I'm like 75, 80% of the way cutting done, and I just can't.
Yeah.
It's so hard to think about.
That's
but I
why
think
we're
I
gonna
might
teach
fix-
Mikey. We're gonna teach Mikey how to do it.
You're gonna be the editor, Mikey?
No.
Mikey
He's
Dad.
got to start doing something.
Well, I'd cook if I edited.
Oh my gosh. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move this thing over here next time.
No, you don't like it there?
I don't know. It's just like I'm trying to look at you,
Oh,
and I'm also trying to
yeah.
keep the mic at like
Yeah.
a good
I think
point.
it'd be
Yeah,
but
see,
like
that makes
see,
sense.
it's like in
yeah,
the way.
It's probably,
Yeah. Definitely should go over there next time. It's just like things you learn.
Yeah,
It's
it
our
is.
first podcast, and so
Yeah.
we're
I think
like,
we're doing pretty well.
I think we're doing good. Yeah, I think we're doing good. Hopefully,
Well, we'll see.
hopefully I press
We'll see.
record.
It's gonna be one of those things where it's like the editing. 90% of the podcast is done, and you're gonna have to start all over.
Yeah.
I think you were doing better before
I'm really-
I was here.
Actually,
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want
Bye.
me to-
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Bye. Bye. We love you.
Bye, Muggles.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
Mikey.
hey, Mikey,
Bye, Mikey.
I know you're going to bed,
He
so have a good night.
participated
Yeah,
so
right.
much in
He'll be
that.
up until 4. He'll be up
That
till
kid
4.
doesn't sleep. He does. Well, actually, he does sleep. He sleeps from 5 to 10.
Mikey's a great special guest.
He is.
Yeah.
He should be a special guest every time.
Yeah, he should.
He
Yeah.
just
Pop in
throws
whenever.
in there like one-liners every 3 minutes. just
Yeah.
kind of. He's just there.
Yeah. And sometimes he'll spill popcorn all over the couch, and
He did that today while we were working. It was just.
It adds
He
to the
spilled
fun.
popcorn.
Yeah.
We have sand. we actually have bags of sand outside for the putting
For the
green,
putting green.
and he tried to bring it in.
No,
to-
I'll tell the story
Yeah.
because I was there. This
Go
is
ahead.
the story because it's different when you hear it from his sister. So I said to Michael, "I'm gonna go grab the sandbags. Can you help me?" And he's like, "Yeah, don't worry, I'll fix it. I got it." And I'm like, "Okay." He can't pick it up, so he's dragging it along all outside. He brings it in, and he's like. Then he picks it up, and it weighed so much. Like it probably weighed 35 pounds. It was so heavy. And he just drops it. The entire thing just completely opens up, sands
All over
everywhere, all over
inside.
the house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is the only one we salvaged, and that's the one I took in.
Yeah, I was in here, so I partially take the blame for that because
No, you don't.
I said to that. So in filming, they have like in a grip truck, like an audio truck, they have something that's actually called a sandbag, and it's a Velcro bag, or no, not Velcro, but it's a sealed bag with sand, but it's sealed,
Right.
Like
Right.
no sand coming out.
It's not
And
like a
it's got
bag of
handle.
flour.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
it just like busts
No,
open
it's
all
got
over
a
the
handle.
place.
So I said to them, "You guys have sandbags?" And they said, "Yeah, we got sandbags." I'm like, "Wow, you have sandbags? That is incredible! Like you
Yeah.
guys are on top of it." And
The sandbags are also wet, by the way.
So, yeah. Well, I'm sitting in here setting all the cameras up, and the next thing I hear is, boom. I'm like, "What the heck?" And I look over there, and it's Mikey's carrying out an actual bag of sand, like a bag of sand. He's bringing it in the house.
And that was a
And
large
I just heard it went
bag of sand.
everywhere, and I'm like, oh, gosh, like I'm just gonna keep setting up this.
And then
camera
I
here.
came over, I was like, Michael just dropped the entire
And then,
thing.
of course, he blames it on you.
Yeah, he blamed it on me that I
Oh.
was telling him that he couldn't do it, so he just, he just couldn't do it. I was like, I'm the only one that brought in the sand fully, totally unscathed. It's on the mic. It's completely fine. I did a good job, and he ripped the entire bag open.
He shifted the blame quickly.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
That's what he does.
I wasn't
took
even
what he
there.
does.
I was
2 or
like
3
10
It's his
feet behind
specialty.
him.
Yeah.
He diverts.
Yeah, well, it's honestly it's like fishermen. Fishermen are the exact same way. Like I'm a fisherman. I can tell you, and Josh will attest. Like Like fishermen, it's all about shifting the blame. If you lose a
Really?
fish, it's never your fault.
Even if you're the
Really?
only one holding the rod,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
one's near you.
No, it's never your fault.
Oh.
Someone else tied the knot.
Oh,
Not wrong.
okay.
Oh, that's right. That's
The,
right.
the hook bent out.
That
It's
makes
garbage
sense.
hooks.
Right.
The fish jumped and threw its head. Ah, well, he didn't eat it right, or got it. It's never, even if they jerked the rod and it pulled the hook, or they were putting too much pressure on the line and the line popped. It's never the fisherman's fault.
Sounds like Mikey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He'd be a good fisherman.
he probably would be.
Yeah.
Although he's never. Oh, he's caught one fish. He's caught one.
And he doesn't like boats.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like you.
Well, pretty much. He's exactly like me, that kid. But no, I drove the boat, and he would sit in the back of the boat, just like gripping on for dear
I have so
life.
many photos
really?
of him just
Oh
like.
yeah, yeah.
That's-
He didn't like when the boat went up like this, and he
Really?
was on the back, just like holding on. Yeah.
See, that's crazy. I would see Mikey as just loving
Well,
that.
that was also
I think
like a
now-
couple
I
years
think now
ago.
he would.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
yeah.
now he would. That was what? That
3 or
was,
4 years
He was
ago.
like 9.
Yeah, that makes sense then. But you don't mind being.
I love the boat.
Yeah.
I love. It's so weird. The past 3 weeks, I've been so motion sickness. Like
Yeah,
we've been
that's gonna-
traveling a lot, like insanely motion sickness. All of a sudden, get in the car, 20-minute drive, and I want to literally throw up. And I never throw up, but I'm just I'm like, I don't know, beside myself. Like it's crazy. I
Yeah.
never used to get motion
I
sickness.
will say though, like a car is so much different than the boat because
Yeah, that's true.
Like I've told you before, like a boat, like you have open space, completely different motion.
That's true.
Like I get car sick, and I never get sick on a
Yeah.
boat. But
Yeah.
it's because a car, you're enclosed, like you're kind of
Yeah.
driving one way.
You,
like,
you get
and-
car sick when you're in the driver's seat?
Nope. If I drive, I don't.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
But not even in the passenger seat. But if I'm sitting in the back seat,
oh, that's like
Oh,
the
yeah,
worst.
no,
I'm
it's
done.
miserable.
I'll never sit in the back seat.
Well,
I don't
get
care.
motion
no,
sickness
call
in
it.
the
Oh,
Just
passenger
give me
seat
like
or
10
in the back seat.
melatonins and
Yeah,
knock me out.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I don't want to be awake.
I get motion sickness in the passenger seat and in the back seat. Like I don't know why. I've never been motion sickness in my life. Love going on the boat.
Yeah.
Never had a problem.
Well,
Past month I've been
you never been
miserable.
out in the ocean
Deep in the ocean.
10 miles out fishing.
No.
You were in the intercoastal, and that's easy. But
Right.
But also sometimes it's a mirror. When I say mirror, the ocean 20 miles out is as flat as that glass.
I believe it.
I
Yeah.
believe that.
That's unbelievable. That's
Yeah.
like that's
So I'd have
crazy.
to go even further out. But
Yeah.
where we were 5 miles out, and I was like, as soon as we turned north to south, and it was just
Oh, and the
what's it
side to
called?
side movement.
Side to side,
No.
it was over.
Yeah,
it was
No.
over.
That'll get you.
But as soon as we start going back in, I'm fine.
Yeah, like into the waves,
yeah, I'm
like,
fine.
or with the waves.
Totally fine.
I love
Yeah.
the air and the breeze. Like so that I'm good with the breeze.
You need the air and breeze if you're puking over the side. Trust
I
me.
never throw up. I'm just
Oh.
insanely nauseous, like migraines and everything. It's so weird. Never had it in my life.
I hope you
1
don't
month
get,
ago.
I hope you don't get motion sickness out there. That would, because she would love it. Like she would really.
I
love
love fishing. I've been once for a week and I never.
it. Now
caught
you know what the
anything.
comments are going to be, right? Wait a minute. So you want to go fishing and you love fishing and
Well,
you're
I've
sitting
never
next to
been for
somebody
real.
who's a
I've never
fisherman?
been for real.
Yeah.
I've never been for real, obviously.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I was outside in my backyard. Like that's not fishing. But like,
Yeah. Well, it's fishing too. Well, actually, it's crazy to think about, but 95% of people who fish are fishing ponds and
Oh
lakes.
yeah.
that's true.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The going offshore saltwater fishing,
Yeah.
the high, it costs a lot of money to
Right.
like just our boat to take out. Like we got a 37-foot boat with 4 engines. If we want to, let's say, make a run to the Bahamas, which is about 50, Bahamas run for tuna is probably 40 miles. 40 miles out, 40 miles back. You're gonna spend over $1,000 in fuel, $1,000 in bait,
Yeah.
$500 in tackle. If you're producing a show, now you gotta. It's
Yeah.
a whole nother get. It just costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
Costs a
It's
lot
more
of
of
money.
an excursion
and that's
going
why
out on the ocean.
saltwater fishermen compose about 5% of fishermen.
You're right.
You know,
Right.
it just costs so much money.
Yeah. Right.
sure.
It's like golf.
Yeah, really, golf and fishing are like the most expensive things.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
Tell me-
yeah,
tell me
and
about
I
it.
would feel like hockey as well. Yeah.
that's why Ron's like, don't
Yeah.
get her into fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And editing, yeah, and all this video stuff and YouTube, it's expensive. Yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah,
all
no,
expensive.
It
it's
costs
crazy.
so much money. It's hard to
It's
do.
insane.
Yeah, but you gotta follow your passion.
Yeah, you do.
That's one
Gotta
thing.
follow your
Yeah, you have
passion.
to.
Yep.
But there's ways I think for golf that you can, well, certainly fishing you can do on shore fishing and it doesn't cost you
Definitely.
anything. But for golf, I think like you can go to courses. We were just looking at courses
Yeah.
that were like $20
Yeah, no.
to play.
I was
Like,
looking at like the cheapest golf course is like $3.99, like within 25
Where is this
miles.
at?
Yeah, it's
You-
it's a
you-
9-hole course.
Look, there's smaller courses or whatever, but if you want to go out, you can. You
Right.
know, like it's,
Yeah.
yeah,
it's
no,
just-
it just
you
it
can
does
make it
cost a lot of money.
happen.
Like, yeah, you can make it happen.
Set of clubs, golf balls.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
need to do all this fancy
Right.
stuff. You really
but
don't.
when you start getting
Yeah.
hooked in it, like everybody's like, okay, well now I gotta get new clubs. I gotta
Yeah.
get good clubs. I
Yeah.
gotta get this. I have to make sure I'm playing the right. Which it does make a difference.
But then you also think about how expensive golf is compared to basketball.
yeah, of course.
I mean, you just need a ball. That's it.
yeah,
go to a
like
park.
soccer.
That's
Like
it.
you
Need a
just
ball.
need a you
ball
just
and
need
go
a
to any
ball.
park that's free.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, like golf is
Soccer.
Golf is soccer is the
Soccer's
same.
super inexpensive.
Yeah.
Basketball's inexpensive.
I would say
Baseball.
baseball. Yeah.
I mean, you just need.
Then
a
you start
team.
getting up because you have all the equipment.
Yeah, I would say
Football,
hockey's
hockey,
kind of-
hockey's
kind of,
super
yeah.
expensive.
Yeah,
Like,
hockey is.
it's-
That's Josh was telling me hockey's.
Yeah,
like
I
very
mean, you
expensive.
could if you live north, you could go on the lake if you know, but
That's not. I think that's so dangerous.
That's
That's,
not
just
like-
my opinion. I've never
if you're
been,
gonna-
but I
What,
just
hockey?
I feel like hockey on a lake is extremely dangerous. I've never been. I've never seen it done, but it just to me seems
well, if
like
it's super cold
super
and it's
dangerous.
frozen, you're
Well,
good.
I know.
but
I
But
can
if
tell
you're
you
in
one
like
thing.
New York, you have a chance of falling right through. I feel
Yes.
like
I can tell you one thing. You don't want to see me on ice skates because I look like a cartoon.
I'm terrible.
Like my feet just under
I'm
me.
horrible.
You're a Florida boy. You're
Oh,
a Florida
dude,
boy.
I-
I'm not a Florida boy, and I still.
I'm horrible.
I
I'm
will not
horrible.
get on ice
so
skates.
bad.
Oh, you won't.
Oh,
do it?
no.
Really?
No. I don't
was
go-
thinking you were gonna tell me like, yeah.
No, he's
What, do I look like an ice skater too?
No, you don't. Actually, no, you
no
don't.
joke.
Wait, so I will not get on skis. I will not get on ice skates. What else? Rollerblades? No.
No,
I don't
no
do anything
snowboard.
that's no snowboarding.
He doesn't do
no.
anything that's dangerous. Let's just say it that way. Anything that can potentially be dangerous, that is something that's like not in your control when it comes to a
Or
sport.
like, if
Yeah, because
I'm
I don't
kinda
know
the
what
same
I'm
way,
doing.
like-
Right,
I have no
right.
clue what I'm
no,
doing.
I'm kind of the same way, like ice skate, skateboarding, snowboarding, like
No.
rollerblading.
Yeah.
like
Oh,
I
no.
just don't.
I'm just
none
not
of that
good.
works
Those-
for me.
Yeah.
But that stuff
It's
is
not
dangerous.
my, like-
It is. I'm not going to do that stuff. For me, it's like if you're not really good at it, I feel like it's extremely dangerous. I've heard so many stories of skiing.
Well, it takes
and
one
just-
time.
Yeah, just like breaking off your leg just one time skiing. The first time you
We
go
had
skiing.
the what was it, hoverboard? What was it, the hoverboard thing?
Oh, the one
story.
wheel.
The thing
No,
where
the
you're what is
hoverboard.
it?
The
It's
hoverboard.
Yeah, it's a hoverboard. So it's on two wheels, right?
Yeah, it's on two wheels.
but it kind of moves like this. You ever see those?
Oh, yeah. What's the name?
It's the
I know what
hoverboard.
you're talking about.
HoverX
Is
or
that what it's
whatever.
called?
Yeah.
They were like really
Okay.
popular
Yeah.
It was
now the one
3-4
wheel's
years
taken
ago
over.
now.
4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And my sister-in-law came down to visit. And
It was her
she's-
birthday, by the way. It
It
was
was
her
her
birthday.
birthday. It was her birthday.
It's crazy.
And she's a little older than me. She's tiny.
Yeah.
She's tiny.
Well, because we were using it, and she was like, "Oh, I gotta try
So the
this."
kids are on this this hoverboard, and Meg's like, oh, let me get on. I was like, Meg, I said, don't get on that thing. It's not for people like us. It's not, like older people.
But she's
And
the kind of person that tries everything.
she's
so,
like, no problem, I got it. She gets on. I'm videotaping her. She falls
Oh my gosh.
backwards. Her feet go out in front of her. Hands go back, breaks her wrist like in half. It was horrible. It was like a full break.
And you told her don't do it.
Everyone
I
told
told
her
her,
not
I
to
said,
do it.
don't do it because I've seen so many people like the same thing happen, especially older they get. Like their feet go out in front of them.
Yeah, because they don't know the way you,
you
get
lean.
off.
You're supposed to
you
lean, forward, which is such an unnatural
you
thing.
lean,
Like
you lean
you,
forward and then you lean back and you
Yeah.
jump off.
Yeah.
That's how you do it really quickly.
you
can't
actually
just,
step off forward, right?
You
If you fall
no.
off?
You go this way and then you take your left foot and you kind of go off and then you like
Dude.
that. It was insane.
Dude, it was bad.
It was so bad. And
really
she was
bad.
totally fine with
She
it.
had the best attitude.
She
was like,
was-
oh no, I'm good. I'm like, you just snapped your wrist. in half."
Her joint
her
was
wrist
like
You just snapped your wrist
her
in half.
wrist was
good.
She's
literally
like, I'm good.
here.
I'm good. I'm gonna be fine. Steph, my wife, was freaking out, screaming at the top of her lungs, and Meg is sitting there like, no, I'm good. And she was in pain. She was in serious pain.
Oh, so the way she
On her
hit
birthday,
it was like insane.
I felt so bad.
She couldn't drive for 6 months. That's how bad it was. She was not.
Yeah.
Couldn't drive
Yeah,
because of her
yeah.
wrist.
Yeah, it was
So
bad.
that
Like
And
her
then
wrist was
she's a
literally
trooper
here.
then.
She's a trooper. Yeah,
Wow.
she's a trooper.
Like you,
And
She
so
was
the
totally
X-ray was like, oh my god. Whoa. But yeah, she was in great spirits. Like
She
I'm not.
was.
I would have been like, even like, and she called her husband. She's like, yeah, I had a little accident, and he's like, oh no, really? So, yeah, I broke my wrist doing this or whatever. And they were like, so I'm sitting there.
He goes,
how are they so comrade? I'd be screaming at the
Oh,
top
yeah.
of my lungs.
Yeah, yeah.
My wife's screaming like, what the hell did you do? What did you do, you idiot?
her husband's
No,
like,
they were like, totally chill.
I bet I shouldn't get you the hoverboard I got for your birthday now.
Yeah, she's like,
Shucks.
he's like, I think I didn't give you. They were like, so like calm, cool, collected. I was like, that is what I need to be. I need to be aspire to be that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
I mean, my
aspire to
dad's. I've told you, my dad's the same way, and he knows it. Dad, if you're watching, you know, like if someone gets injured,
He does not like it.
mad. Like
Yeah,
you're mad. Like
That's me.
he just,
That's
he's
me.
very
like,
mad.
don't
Mad at
cause
the
any
situation.
chaos in my
Like,
life. I have enough chaos.
Yeah.
Don't you dare cause chaos in my life.
Yes.
It is true. He's actually like that.
Oh no, I
Like nobody,
Oh.
we're not going ice skating, which I'm fine with because I'm also kind of like him. I don't want to get in. I just have to, I don't want to do it. I just don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
It's
No.
like let's not break our wrists. Let's
Yeah.
just
Just
stay away
imagine
from it.
all three of us on ice skates.
He
Oh, no.
gets
It
in the
would be-
she
chair.
won't get on ice.
Clown
I'm not getting-
show.
No.
No,
Wow.
she,
You have
he
zero.
won't allow me to get on ice
No,
skate.
not worth it.
Well,
That's my
it's
that's my
true.
famous words for it. It's not worth it. It's
Yeah.
not worth it.
Well, it's
But-
actually very true.
But that reminds me of when you did the wakeboarding.
Oh, that's so amazing. That
But we
was
did the
so great.
wakeboarding video, and I'm
Wake
like
surfing.
Wake surfing. Yeah,
That
so
was
wake surfing.
amazing. But that's
So I
different.
go to the guy Sean, who's a professional wake surfer, and he's like the best in the world, and I'm like, dude, this is like you're in Orlando. There's a
Yeah.
big, it was a lake in your
Oh, yeah.
backyard. Cool setting, really nice setting. And I'm like, there are alligators in there? He's like, no, don't worry. I was like, wait, we're in Florida. This is Orlando. You're telling me there's no alligators? Yeah, but they're on the side. They're on the side. I said, my daughter's getting in there with alligators. He's like, you'll be fine. No
and
problem.
then we saw an alligator.
That night, I see an alligator just sitting up in the middle of the lake. I'm like,
Oh, it was in the middle of the lake.
yeah, it was. I would say it was
20 feet, 30
No, it was further
I
out.
didn't see
It
it.
was
further
where
out.
you could have been
It was
waiting.
100 yards out.
Yeah.
You could see it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, he's like, no, you'll be fine. I'm like, you'll be fine. Like, how can you give me this assurance that she's going to
But
be
he's
fine?
also the number one wake surfer in the
So
world. He goes
They're
every
in there
day.
4
Yeah.
times a day.
Yeah.
They're in there 4
And
times
he said
a
he's
day.
never even
And
seen an alligator.
so I can.
He
I
said-
can
You just saw one just now. What are
no,
you talking
no,
about?
while
Yeah.
he's wake surfing, because he says
Oh.
the motor scares them. So,
And then
which I don't know if it's true.
someone
opposite for
told me.
sharks.
Yeah, someone. Where did we hear like weeks later? Where they're like, yeah, they're there. They're just not bothering you, but they're there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah. I mean, like I can relate only because when we're out in the ocean, like, do you know how many people dive like with sharks in
that's
Jupiter?
another thing I don't get.
Jupiter is the #1 diving spot for sharks.
Yeah.
Like they actually throw chum in the water. They get
While you're
dozen-
down there,
No, before you
so
jump
they're
off the
around.
boat.
Yeah.
Dozens of sharks come up: silkies, duskies, bull sharks, lemon sharks, and sometimes hammerheads. And these people just jump in the water with them.
I mean, it's nuts.
Jump in the water with
nuts.
them. It's wild. Like as far as your alligator story, I can relate because sometimes we get out there and there's a lot of people we take offshore and the water is crystal clear, like in Palm Beach, it's freaking beautiful.
Yeah.
And we're out there catching fish and they're like, wow, this water's beautiful. I want to jump in. We're like, yeah, jump in because we know that we haven't been putting out chum. We've been just drifting. We haven't caught a fish like maybe in that moment. So we know that the chances of there being a shark around and then the chances of that shark doing something to somebody are so minute that we're comfortable with telling that person to go in the water. Same thing with the guy, the
Right.
chances of that are so it's about as good as winning the lottery. Like it's about that good
Right.
It does happen.
because of the circumstances.
But it does happen.
though.
All you need is a
It
dollar and a
does
dream.
happen,
Dollar and a dream.
Yeah, that is funny.
Yeah, that's. I don't know. It's.
We had our first shark scare
Oh
over
my
my
God.
birthday. All of our family went to
Yeah, I
Key
remember you sent me
Biscayne
the
in
video.
Miami. We all stayed there. It was like the best birthday ever.
It was a lemon shark.
It was a tadpole. It was a
scary.
tadpole.
So the way it was everybody's
No,
in the
but
ocean.
yeah,
Everybody's in the ocean.
This is funny though.
Everybody's in the ocean, and I'm sitting there, my cousin Mary Lou, same cousin, and my mom, and then like a bunch of other family members.
Wait.
What?
But I'm talking to
Oh
my
yeah,
best
yeah. I don't
friend's
see. I didn't
wife,
know that part.
right?
Just the story.
You're her looking at me. We're closer where I'm talking to her, and this guy comes behind Yolanda. She's gonna watch this and she's gonna start.
We're just throwing out names.
Cracking
Now you
up.
know all of our family members.
So I'm talking to
Everybody's
Yolanda.
getting
I'm
called
talking to
out.
Yolanda, and this guy is coming behind her, so she can't see this guy. I see this guy, and he's like, "Get out of the water! Get out of the water! Get out of the water!" And we're talking. She's like in real conversation with me, and she just sees me bolt out of the water.
And she didn't know anything.
She didn't know what was going on. She just saw me bolt. So she bolted out.
How fast did you run?
I'm not gonna say.
You're out of there.
The funny thing is that she got no warning. She just
No,
saw
but-
me run, so she ran.
Yeah,
It
but
was
she's
hilarious.
also she's so
She had
scared
no
of the
idea
water.
it was a shark?
That's
No.
another thing. Like the one time she went in the ocean, there was a shark. It was just, and then so the shark's coming this way. They're already out of the water. They're down. Like we didn't see them. Then the guy, he's running down the beach, telling everyone to get out, and it's me. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, I see this. I know all my family's there. I did the same thing. I just ran. I went, and so my mom and Mary Lou are sitting there, and the shark, he didn't know whether to tell them to stay or go because it was right next to them.
Oh my god, I'm
So
crying.
they're staying there. They're staying there, and the shark literally in between Mary Lou's legs go right through her legs.
Okay,
Right
so
through her
with a
legs.
lemon shark, like, what do you need to do to provoke a lemon shark?
Yeah, if you're sure that's a lemon shark, which I know you're short, but it's still.
Yeah, I
looks
saw
like
the
a bull
dorsal
shark to
fins.
me.
It was a lemon shark, but like, a lemon shark is fairly safe, because it's just not, especially on the beach, it's not like a huge like feeder, right? You get something like a blacktip shark is also very, you're not going to run into trouble with them. They spook so easily. Bull shark is where you can really get messed up. A bull shark has more testosterone than any animal on the planet.
And will a bull shark come up to the shore like that?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
yeah.
what everybody was saying was a bull
It's
shark.
less common than certain things, huh?
Everybody was saying it was a bull shark, and I didn't believe any
Yeah,
of
I
them.
mean, well, a bull shark is a commonly known term, right? Everyone
Yeah,
knows
that's
bull
true.
shark, but
Right.
but it wasn't because I saw the dorsal fins.
Right.
It was definitely I had two. It had two dorsal fins, and that's a lemon shark.
Got it.
But
So I
yeah.
shouldn't feel bad about bolting out of the water without warning Yolanda.
Well, I'll be honest, bro. I've seen a bunch of sharks. Like, been around giants. Like I've seen I've seen two sharks like over 1,000 pounds. Like, and I still would have bolted out of the water because it's like I would have got out, and if I would have been like, okay, it's a lemon, okay, we're good. You know, you can kind of chill.
Yeah, but you never
But
know.
like, you don't know off the jump. Like, you just.
I didn't see the shark at all. Like the shark
No,
The
I
guy
know.
was just
swam
freaking
right
out.
by my leg, and the guy was just like telling us like
He
get
was
out.
going in between everybody's legs.
I don't need any. I don't need like a organized anything. If someone's saying run, I'm running. I'm running.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
yeah.
run.
You're just
So yeah, you're just.
Oh,
I'm
I
just
ran
going.
so fast. Everybody didn't know what was going on. I was watching the guy come down the beach, so I'm like, why is he?
It
what
is
is
like
he
the
doing
scene
over
out
there?
of Jaws.
Yeah,
It's like,
Panic.
Yeah.
No,
Absolute
for sure.
pure
panic for a
chaos.
lemon shark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you've got all
Little
the
lemon
people.
shark
You
Scaring the living daylights out of
It's like
everybody
a
on the beach.
75-foot great white.
right, right.
Everybody's,
And then you've got all the people that you've just scared out of the ocean, following everyone
Oh,
down
no,
the
then,
beach.
then that one
'cause
guy
they feel like
basically got a whole coordination of people to go down the beach
like
and
a
warn
mile.
every single person
Everyone's
down the beach.
going down there, like screaming at everyone to get out.
And then,
That is
and then,
wild.
so all these people are uneducated on what type of shark it is. Like, they
Yeah.
have no idea because they're running out. You probably wouldn't have run out. You would have been like, all right, it's a lemon shark. Like,
yeah,
calm down.
I would have gotten away from the shark for
But
sure.
the thing that was
I wouldn't
crazy,
have stuck around,
the
but
thing
yeah.
that was crazy is that 10 minutes later, everybody went back in. So
I
if
went
they
back
shark
thought,
can turn around.
I went back in.
no, but it's like if you think that it's a dangerous shark, what the hell are you getting back in the water
Yeah,
for?
exactly.
We went kayaking.
Well,
we
it's
went on
kinda like,
paddleboards.
Out of sight, out of
see,
mind.
monkey do thing. Like everybody
Yeah.
gets out, everybody gets out. Somebody gets back in, people start
Yeah.
getting
Well, yeah,
back
if
in.
there's like 80 people
like a
in
herd.
that
I
one
I'm sitting
area,
on the shore,
I'm not
like,
going to get
I'm not
bit.
getting back in there. Like,
Oh,
I don't
you
know.
never went back in?
No, I didn't get back in.
He's the
I don't
only
know
guy
what type of
standing
shark
out.
that is.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! You know what I'm more scared of than a shark? Jellyfish and stingray.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw a
Much
stingray
more.
that day actually.
A shark you see coming like that. It's
Yeah.
not. You ain't get.
Well, I
There's no
didn't see him
surprise
coming.
attack. Well,
But yeah.
I saw him.
Yeah.
I was horrified.
the water was murky, maybe.
It wasn't. It was crystal clear.
I don't know. I didn't see it. It looked like a decent size. The
I was, yeah, we were just like in, I was just in conversation. I wasn't looking down.
yeah.
It was in pretty shallow water.
Yeah, we were
so
in
I'm
like,
like
2
4
feet.
feet,
Yeah,
hip
no
waist.
less.
Was it
2
even?
feet. It was like 2 feet. We were on our
maybe
knees.
a little less
Yeah,
than
yeah.
4 feet.
It doesn't take much though. Like
I mean,
a
it's certainly-
6 foot shark can swim in like nothing.
Yeah, it wasn't a great white swimming in 3 feet. I mean, that
Yeah.
I would have seen, and that
Yeah.
I would have seen.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we have
It was a little lemon shark.
We have footage on our channel of a 15-foot hammerhead shark, fairly locally, that is chasing and trying to eat 6-foot blacktip sharks.
Yeah, I saw
so
that
this is
video.
1,000-pound fish, and they literally swim up basically onto the beach
That's
and
crazy.
2 feet of water.
That's nuts.
2 feet of water.
Yeah, I mean,
crazy.
would you run from
15
that one?
Hammerhead, I'm out again. I'm out of the water, but the chances of hammerheads are docile. They're not.
They just look really scary.
There's only one recorded kill from a hammerhead, killing a human in history. One recorded in history.
Does that make you
I'd
feel
be
better?
two. I'd be the number 2.
Yeah.
You think you just have that bad luck?
No, but I just know what happened.
I don't.
Let's put it this way. I'm planning for it not to happen, so I'm not getting in, or I'm going to run out.
Yeah.
If someone
Is
says
it worth it?
It's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
I mean, I don't know. I no. I'm horrified, but I did go back in the water 10 minutes later. Less than 10 minutes.
Oh, you went back in.
I went back in. I was
Oh.
paddleboarding. I was kayaking the exact same spot. I was totally fine. It's just more like we get freaked out by a lot of things really quickly.
Yeah.
Like really quickly. And we go back and tell everyone, there's a shark. There was a shark.
Yeah.
It was a bull shark. We're telling everybody it was a bull shark.
Yeah.
Everybody.
You have
we had no
to.
idea,
Yeah.
but we were telling
That's
everyone.
the story, yeah.
That's the story we're sticking to.
Or else we'd look like fools running out of the water.
Yeah.
For a
Oh,
lemon
it
shark.
must have been 7 feet. It had to been. You saw it.
Look, a lemon shark is still gnarly. All I'm saying is that like they have the same teeth as a bull shark. It's just the aggression level's not
Right.
there.
Right.
Like they're
Makes
just
sense,
not.
yeah.
So anyways, I hope some people learned something about sharks. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you advising not to run out of the water, or are you confident
No,
telling that
no,
to
no. I would
thousands and
say
thousands of people?
I would say Ron, you did the right thing.
Thank you.
Yeah, you did do
That's
the
it.
right thing.
That's all I meant.
You
I
did
just
do the right thing. I would have done the same thing. But I would have
Not as aggressively.
Not
but
as
I-
aggressively, maybe. I would have been like, "Oh, that's a shark. Oh, he's swimming past. Okay, I'm gonna step out." of the
Well,
water
that's
for
what I'm
like 15
saying.
minutes."
Yeah, that's yeah. Well, my cousin Mary Lou's seen everything. It's just like, oh, I'm just gonna let it swim by me. I'm like, get out of the
The
water.
best thing you can do is stay still. Honestly.
Yeah.
I'd be so
Absolute best thing
moving.
you could
I'd be
do.
like running so fast.
I was like George Costanza in. You don't know the Seinfeld reference, but
I'd seen like maybe
All
one
these
Seinfeld
Seinfeld
episode.
references.
there's a reference
I
for
got it.
Seinfeld for everything.
How
I do
many
believe
episodes
that.
are there?
I do believe that.
I have no idea.
There's a lot, I think.
There's got to be over 1,000. Is that
I
over
know there's a
1,000?
reference
Like
for
that's a lot.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a masterful show. Like,
I'm
they
sure it
did
is.
an
Brilliant.
Unbelievable
Brilliant.
job. I mean, that's like the original sitcom, right?
What do
No,
you
I
mean
think
original
there was a
sitcom?
few
Well,
before
no.
that. I think.
It's not that old.
It's 90s.
There
No,
were
no, there was
sitcoms
like Boy
before
Meets
the
World
90s.
before that. No,
Really?
yeah, Boy Meets World came out in like 1989. So and that was a
Yes.
sitcom.
Oh man.
See, I'm late on this stuff. Sorry.
Yeah. Sitcoms.
I'm also bad with 80s movies. You don't want to ask me about 80s movies.
I've never seen anything in the
Yeah.
80s, like ever.
You never saw Rocky. You never
You've
saw.
seen Indiana Jones?
Never seen Indiana Jones.
Wait. So wait, you're saying you haven't seen movies in the 80s?
No, I have. Like, I've seen movies in the 80s, right? But I'm not good with them as far as I haven't seen a ton of them. I've seen some, like the Indiana
Back to the
Jones.
Future, Indiana Jones,
Okay.
That's the thing.
Rocky.
I've seen
Two of
Indiana
them,
Jones.
of the-
I've seen
If you
Rocky.
have any others?
Never seen Back to the Future. None of them.
Oh my gosh, that's
We
the best.
had that
so that's the only
conversation.
one that's
Yeah.
actually
I
good.
told you to
Yeah.
watch that night, and you didn't.
No.
No,
You
Rocky's
gotta-
good, but Back to the Future is really good.
Back to the Future is like
Really good. It's top 5 my favorite
love
movie.
Back to the Future.
I
used
love
to
that
love
movie.
that. I was.
The
The
second
first
one
one?
specifically. No,
All
my
three?
favorite is the second
Oh,
one.
They all
all
tie
good.
together. They all
Yeah,
tie
they're all.
together.
It picks up right where it left off.
Yeah. See,
Such a great
there's
movie.
a lot of like classics that I've just never seen.
I think after that, like movies just kind of just repeat themselves. Like there's no really new ideas. Like,
Oh well,
Well, there's some
nowadays
great-
movies
there's-
suck.
yeah, they're
Oh,
horrible.
Horrible.
Everything from 2015 and up as a
Oh.
movie is so bad.
Like Oppenheimer was a great movie that came out this year. Like it was a great movie, but it was a great movie for now.
yeah, it will
Right.
never last.
Yeah.
You're
You gotta
not, like
compare-
you compare that to some of the great movies in maybe I don't know the 2000s or the 80s 90s. Like
I thought there were great movies in the 2000s, and I don't.
no, I mean the Dark Knight. That's my favorite movie of all time. Dark Knight. With
Yeah.
I think you
Heath
mentioned
Ledger-
that a few
Heath
times.
Ledger and the Joker.
You
It's the best
really-
movie
you
of all
really
time.
love Dark
He
Knight.
loves this movie.
I
You
love
said
it. I've seen it over 20 times.
His
That's
face
that's
changes.
nothing compared to my favorite show.
It's the story, like, and the character arcs, and it's in the way it was filmed. It's just from beginning to end is unbelievable. Like unbelievable. I like all the Dark Knights. I just love Batman. I guess.
I would say I've definitely seen my favorite movie and show, top 3 favorite movie, top 3 favorite show more than 20 times, each individual one.
Well, it's
So that's just
Well,
it's
the-
not a
She's
competition.
waiting for you to ask what the movie is.
well, I know the show. I know what
She
the show
wants
is.
to- she just
It's
wants
Downton
to say
Abbey,
it.
right?
No,
Is it Downton Abbey?
Downton Abbey's my favorite show.
Yeah, Downton Abbey.
When we have our first
movie, I have no
guest,
idea.
I'm definitely going to be talking about that. Let's just say that. That's the hint.
I don't want to
Yes.
be here
That's
for
the
Downton
hint.
Abbey.
Oh, we're gonna have a full conversation about
it's
it. You
gonna
better
be-
brush up on your Downton Abbey. It's my favorite
You
show. I've
have
seen
to
it over
watch
60
every episode before tomorrow.
I've seen it
Oh,
over
no,
60
I
times. There's
can't.
6 seasons.
I can't do it. I know.
Alright,
You,
going
I
back
know
to
you
the
like
favorite
it,
movie?
Ron.
My favorite movie? Oh, it's very hard. It's very close tie. Probably Downton Abbey the movie, the new era.
The new era.
Yeah.
How is it so great? How
It's
can it be so great?
Okay, I don't like confrontation or like I don't like adventure really. I mean, I do not that much though. I want to just chill out and like watch the Christmas special and just have like benign drama and just like veg out for
And
a really
escape a
long
little bit.
Escape.
It's a.
I
and I
love
think that's
it.
what you look for in a movie when you want a movie. You want
Yeah,
just almost
I
like
just wanna
escape.
you're in a
escape.
different world.
Yeah.
You're locked
Yeah.
into
And
that.
some people like
story.
action or whatever. You like.
I just like to I like their little dramas. Like it's nothing crazy. It's just like,
Yeah.
like
The-
who stole the cup of tea? And I'm like,
Yeah.
and I've seen it over 60 times, and I still watch it. 6 seasons, an hour every episode.
It's wild.
not
My
even
mom's
joke.
obsessed too.
really?
She's seen them all.
Yeah.
Seen them all.
Most moms are obsessed. You won't find a 16-year-old girl who's
I
obsessed
don't, I
like
don't
me.
think she can watch it on the TV because my dad can't stand it. So she watches
That's
it on her
what-
laptop with
usually
her
the
headphones.
situation.
Oh really?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a great show.
Well, that's what she tried to tell me as well.
It is
But
really good.
I
It
can't. I
is.
can't. I watched like half an episode and I couldn't do it for me. Couldn't do
Is
it.
it the British accent?
Yeah. Sorry if you're British. Nothing against you.
I love
but,
British accents.
Yeah, it just kind of throws me off.
Well, because you're
I can't
American,
get that
so
interested.
it makes sense.
Well, you're American too.
I know, but I just have this thing. I love it. I love
Her
it.
and her mom are obsessed with British
Television.
culture.
Yeah, the culture, the whole thing.
Monarchy.
Yeah,
I
she
love
love.
it.
They love that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Not the new
I don't.
monarchy.
I
just
like the
the
show too. I like. You got me. She got me into it during COVID.
I know.
Yeah, it was. It was like, but it was by like
By default.
No,
Like,
no, it was by like threat. Like she said, you better sit and
wow.
watch this.
Oh.
Yeah, she.
I
like,
was
She
pulling
literally
out
had
all
a
the
gun to my
stops.
head. Like, sit down. You're watching this. I'm like,
Oh, I would put it
you
on.
said,
you
like,
can't. You can't pay
He
me
wouldn't
enough
be
to
able to
watch
enter
that.
his room without it being on.
And you know, you listen when your daughter's asking you for something, you just do it. You
Yeah,
know, like you-
yeah.
So
But
I
you
did
said
it.
the
and then I got
character
into it.
development was actually good.
I got into it.
Yeah.
I can watch it. If you put it on, I'll say, yeah, I'll enjoy watching it. Yeah.
I love that show.
I do like it.
I love
Ron Diggs, Downton Abbey.
Yeah, I'm not ashamed of it.
What about the Kardashians? Do you like that?
I like the Kardashians.
Kardashians my
Yeah, I like the
second favorite show.
Kardashians. Now, are we gonna try and get this on Spotify? What's the plan? You're the boss. What do we
I
do?
think
What
we
do we?
have
I don't
to
even know what you do with the podcast. So.
I don't either. So this is YouTube for sure.
Yeah.
100% YouTube. And then I eventually, yes, Spotify, Apple Music Podcasts, all that stuff. But right now, I think we're just trying to figure out YouTube. I
Yeah.
think we got to figure
Yeah.
that out first. If this podcast blows up and we're getting like 5,000 likes a video and like it's getting over like 30,000 views for a podcast is really, really good, especially starting out. then I think we can move it over to like Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And that would be a goal. That's a really good goal. But I think right now it's just like, I think I mentioned this before. I want to keep my YouTube channel like, until I start branching out and doing different YouTube channels, I really want to just keep it all on one platform. Like the golf is there, the vlogs are there, the mini vlogs are there, the podcasts are there, like everything. You can just look up Gabby.
I like that. I like
know?
that. I don't
Yeah.
necessarily like the whole like space out on different
Yeah.
channels.
Yeah.
I feel like
Something.
it's too much to handle. Now you have to feel like you have to post once a week for every channel. Like I just want to
Yeah, that's
post when I
true.
feel like
That's a good point.
Like
Yeah.
I want to post when it's chill, when we have the video done. Like
Yeah, and post
Just
something
random.
that you want to post.
exactly.
Like posting just to post.
No, it's not
It
good.
sucks. It's,
Right.
Yeah.
It's horrible. I think that's what people who watch social media get tired of that stuff.
Yeah. No, I don't want to have
mixing it up. I think is awesome.
I don't want to have a scheduled time. I just want to be chill, comfortable.
Yeah.
Golf, non-golf, everything.
Yeah,
Just
5,000 likes is a good goal for this first.
5,000
podcast.
likes.
So hit the like button.
please,
Like,
please.
Seriously, if you like this podcast, hit that like button.
Yeah.
Because if we can get 5,000 likes, that's a success.
Oh yeah, that's a
Yeah.
huge success because I feel like, man, I want it to grow and I feel like we can definitely get there. If 5,000 people of the people that watch this just hit the like button, it will get to 5,000 likes. So it's not as hard as you think it is. I think.
Well,
we'll
I
get-
think people see other people's passion and how much you're putting into
Right.
it, and your passion for this stuff is you could feel it, you could see it, and,
Right.
and I think people will respond well to it. That's
I hope so.
yeah.
We definitely have the passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the
Yeah.
fact that we started a podcast 4 or 5 days later,
After
and we're
talking
already
about
here
it.
with all the camera set up and everything ready to go,
Yeah.
in the idea and just the vision,
And
like
6 hours ago, we were just looking at a pile of boxes
Right.
Yeah.
right here.
that
So-
came in at 12 hours ago.
Yeah.
Like,
We're-
Yeah, this stuff
13
all
hours
arrived
ago.
today.
yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy.
And we've got our first guest tomorrow, who we're doing a YouTube video with tomorrow, and then coming back here at 7 to do a podcast.
So basically, we're going hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're-
we're not
we're-
stopping. We're not letting up.
We don't mess around.
No way.
No, we want to make it work for sure.
Yeah. At a time that all of us can do it as well, which is late, but that's what we got to deal with. And
Yeah.
That's what hard work is.
And your idea for the podcast is not exclusively golf. It's
No.
It's a guest that you're interested in speaking to,
Right.
And have good natural, organic
I just want it to
conversation.
be literally
with.
as comfortable conversation as possible.
Yeah. Yeah,
The
just
way we
chilling.
talk every single night about what we do
Yeah.
is the exact way I want to do it with a guest.
Right.
Exactly.
And I just want to talk to people that are interesting and I want to hear their
think-
feedback and just
I think that if you're talking to especially people who are in the social media space as well, to share that passion,
Yeah.
and people can learn also off of like what you do, what
yeah,
that
because there's so
person
many
does.
people that are starting YouTube
Yeah.
channels,
Yeah,
now,
this
especially
is-
in golf. It's
Right.
insane.
Yeah.
Everybody's starting.
Yeah.
And that you can really grow really quickly. I think you could grow a lot faster than you could 3 years ago. I mean, well, COVID, but like 5 years ago.
It's harder now.
It's
It
harder
depends-
now,
yeah, it's harder.
but
Yeah, I would say it also depends on if you have it or not.
right.
Yeah.
So
Some
if
people-
you do, it's pretty. You can do it. You
Yeah,
know.
a lot of people you can have the means to try and make it happen, but if you don't have it inside you,
It's
it makes it tough.
It's
Yeah.
just like anything else to be successful. You have to have that it factor. Number one, you have to work really, really hard.
Oh,
right?
it's so many hours. It's
yeah,
insane.
you can't just have one of the two or three.
No.
You really need to have
You're
it
on
all.
call 24/7.
Yeah, you got to
Oh
be
yeah,
willing
it's a
to put the
job.
work.
It is a job. That's it. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it is 100% a full-time job. Probably harder than some 9-to-5 jobs sometimes because
Yeah.
it's all the time.
Yeah.
You gotta be
just
filming.
luckily you get to mix it in with something that you love.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's the key.
Exactly.
That's hard
And I
to
think
find.
Yeah.
what's important with that, and I would encourage all kids and all people to do this, is like find what you love and then like that is what really should drive you. Like what I
Yeah.
found my passion is golf, and my passion what I've found over the past year is social media. Like I really have a passion for
Yeah, and
creating
sharing your
this content.
personality.
Yeah, and I just like I feel like I've never really I've never done that before. Now that I found an outlet to do this and just put in all my hard work into this, like that's what I love to do. So I just like I encourage anybody who has a passion, like try and make that your number one thing that you do. And it just makes you so much happier. It makes you such in a better situation, and take risks, but calculated risks. Yeah. But I think it's important that you try and do what you love when you're doing it as a job.
100%.
And I'm getting a head start on it. Even before I go to college, like, I'm getting a head start, yes, but I think that's great because, like, I just want to be busy doing what I really enjoy to do.
And you don't need to have a full-time job of what you love. You need to have the first foot in front of the other in that journey. Yeah. So you could have your regular job and do something that you love on the side, and it doesn't have to be a full-time gig. You just have to start somewhere. You start somewhere, and then wherever it goes, it goes. Chances are, if you love doing it,
you'll have the passion.
Progress. Yeah. It's going to progress to the level that you probably can't even imagine in your own.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine this a year ago when I was sitting at school in the middle of the thing.
I think
waiting for the bell to ring.
Exactly.
I could not imagine that this is what I was doing.
Think how much everything.
Yeah. Well, actually, only like 9 months ago.
I think that's the crazy part is like when we said when we met Davis in October, like literally a year and a day ago. I was like, wait a minute, that was so crazy. That's crazy.
No, it's just crazy. Like when I think about it, I remember like
I don't know if I feel like that was a long time ago or like yesterday.
I feel like it was a long time ago.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it feels like it's like 3 years ago.
Yeah. I don't remember being at school. Like I remember it vividly, but I just like it's not something I was at school like a couple months ago,
It's probably because we've done so much in that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done so much, and then we also had a huge time off. Like whenever I was so busy because Josh was battling cancer.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's crazy because it does feel like 3 years.
Yeah. Right.
It's literally been a year and 1 day.
That's crazy.
That is weird.
It's
when you said
so
that, I was
weird.
like, what the heck?
Yeah.
No
well,
way.
actually, it's 2 days now. It's midnight.
It's true.
When we started it, no, I think that's honestly really weird. Like, think about where we all were a year ago, sitting, literally having dinner at the place down the street, like sitting talking about the YouTube channel, and now we're doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Like, that is so weird.
It is
That is so weird.
Well, I said that night you should start a podcast as well.
Yeah, that's
no, I'm
true.
kidding.
No,
I'm
you
kidding.
didn't.
Say that.
What did I say?
Why
do I feel like you said that?
Podcast.
You said a lot of...
The reason I feel like that is because you said it so many times.
Yeah.
You did say it a few times.
So I'm thinking like you probably did say it that night too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
Hopefully it works out. Hopefully you guys like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was our first podcast, and I really enjoyed it. I loved it.
Yeah, I
was
really
so cool.
enjoyed it.
It was fun.
I can't wait to do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
It'll be fun, especially with a really good guest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now
Stay
we just
tuned
need
for
more
that.
guests. I mean, this person's going to be a good guest, I think.
Yeah, especially, yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be a really good one.
Then we need to find others.
That's going to be the challenge.
One at a time. Yeah.
DMing.
Yeah.
Or just send it out to everybody that we know.
Yeah.
All right. I like that. I really did.
All right. Well, you want to wrap it up?
How do I wrap up a podcast?
Gabby loves outros, just so you know.
No, I hate them. Like
she loves
she's obsessed
outros.
with them. She can't wait for the end of the video just to do
I'm
the
like,
outro.
all right, okay. No. What should I do it as YouTube, or should I do it like, I don't know, or should it just end on this end like it just ended?
I don't know. I think we should probably tell them to like the video and comment on what your favorite parts were. So you guys should do that. Totally should do that.
Dave's gonna take care of that part.
So I'm wrapping it up for us, guys. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. See you next time on G3.
I like that.
Sounds good to me.